podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
You don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we do apologize for our earlier morning afterthoughts. We did have some technical difficulties, but it looks like everything is back and in order, and we can talk some good old-fashioned boxing, boxeo, the sport that is mano a mano. And Canelo Alvarez took to the ring yesterday and, in my opinion, dominated and destroyed Yildirim and set up another unification with Billy Joe Saunders that's going to be taking place May 8th. The fight is official. It will be delivered, and the broadcaster will be Dazn. We're just looking and waiting for the network. If you're just joining us on YouTube right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You get those notifications every time we go live. This is our second time on a Sunday. And hit that thumbs up button so that it helps with the visibility of the show, helping other people find this show, because we do take call-ins, and you can call in to voice your opinion. The number to call is 1-425-569-5241. Right? Did I say that right? Uh-oh. Let me double check that. Yeah, I'm right. So, gentlemen, Moore's house. What up, Dave? What's going on? Doomy Doom. Uh-oh. They said it was a conspiracy that you and Doomy was never on the same channel. I mean, at the same time on the channel, but now y'all here, so let's see what they got to say.
Together before.
I don't know. That's what they like. I always see it in the chat. Like, yo, why Dave and Doomy not on the same time? Are they the same person? So
well, apparently my new name is Paul Wall.
Yeah,
Paul Wall, baby.
I do see that. They call you Paul
the
Wall
People's
a lot.
Trank.
They call you Paul Wall a lot. It's all good. Paul
It's
Wall.
all good. It's
Paul
all
Wall
love.
made
It's
some
all
great
boxing.
music.
Yeah, man. What's up, though, Morehouse? Francis, what's up, man? You know, we were in the morning doing the morning little rundown on Canelo, but we didn't get a chance to hear you guys talk about this this dismantlement of Yildirim. What you guys got to talk? You know, say.
A lot of people were complaining about the fight, but at the end of the day, he did what he had to do. He fought 2 months ago, and the good news is we got his next date against a real opponent, and that's the fight that I've been waiting for, and a lot of people have been waiting for a couple years now. Either Billy Joe fighting Triple G or Canelo. Now we got it. We just hope that we get to May 8th without any disruptions at all.
No hiccups.
Call you bless the man above, my what is it? My blessing savior. What? Come on, dog. You ain't gonna give me a catch
Lord
line?
and Savior. Come on,
give me a catch line, dog. Your energy down, man.
Nah, man. I was waiting for Morehouse to finish,
Come
man. You gotta
on,
thank my
man.
Lord and Savior, man, because without him, none of this would be possible. You already know. Bop, big up yourself with your yard or there, broad. You don't know the thing work already. So yo, listen, man. I just want to let everybody know that just my thoughts after. I wasn't impressed as everybody was at Canelo's at the fight. I got to see what Canelo was working on in his training camp for Yildirim, but I didn't get to see exactly what Yildirim was working on because he really didn't do anything. So just to see Canelo's skills on display and just to see how Miami, man, how Florida lit up for Canelo was a good thing to see. It's a good thing to see that he can turn it everywhere, anywhere he goes. He can turn it on and off, and that was amazing. I know a lot of people are not a fan of the real purists, are not a fan of artists or doing concerts or walking people out. But I'm pretty sure it was cool with Canelo getting walked out by J Balvin yesterday. You know what I mean? And if anybody said they weren't, they capping, straight capping.
They lying.
So yeah.
I mean, Bill was on this morning. Bill was on this morning. He said it's Lion Garcia from now on, man. He talking about Ryan and shit. He said he called him Lion Garcia.
Yeah, because, you know,
what the fuck is wrong with this guy, man? You kidding me or what?
Yeah, man. Ryan is comfortable right now. That's how I look at it, man. He knows that he's a star. He understands that he's in the driver's seat and everybody got to kind of wait for him. And he is acting accordingly. He's taking from Canelo. He's learning from the big dog how to control the moment, control the situation when needs be. So that's pretty dope for him to learn already. He was a little loose on the set yesterday, a little looser than I'd like to see him, but it was all right though. I'll let it slide.
Man, how did the zone drop the ball? Why wasn't Devin Haney up on that set with him?
Because
how did that not happen?
Hey, what happened?
Ryan wouldn't be so loose. He'll be a little bit more tense, you know what I mean? It'd be so awkward. You definitely know the elephants in the room because the conversation. I don't think they're at the place there where they can have conversation with not feeling good about them not fighting each other. You understand what I mean, Moha?
I don't care. They should have had Devin Haney in that booth with Garcia.
It's Canelo night, man. You're not trying to have Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia night, man.
Yo, it's crazy because they had Ryan dead on studio asking him Canelo questions, but it really turned into like a Ryan segment, man. And
certainly did.
He got a lot of time, man. He got a lot of time.
But he got to throw them slippers in the trash, man. Big ass spring slippers.
What the shoes he had on yesterday?
You crazy? Them shits was fire. What?
A different color though. A different color.
That means that the boxing bully got to throw away his too, because he had on a pair too, and them was fly as well.
He was on his Miami shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Ryan was doing summer in Miami and shit.
Just give me a different color. That's all. Different color.
Ryan was like, yo, I feel like Miami Vice.
Ryan, like, I feel like having money on my feet. Let me put them my money green slides on.
Yo, Eddie Hearn too. Eddie Hearn took a trip with Canelo to the silk pajama store. He had like a little silk kind of pajama at the weigh-ins.
They were Dolce and Gabbana.
He was wearing no, those were Canelos. He was wearing Canelo pajamas all week.
Dolce and Gabbana, Canelo.
Okay. So it's like
that edition, huh?
So it's like Eddie Bauer edition when the Ford Explorer came out.
For real.
Didn't you see Canelo's and you guys don't kill me on this, but when he got on the scale, if you didn't see, his boxes was also sponsored. It had the Canelo logo, but he had I can't remember the name of the brand it was.
It was Dolce & Gabbana too.
Was it? See, there you go.
Yeah, no, he was dipped. He was dipped up.
He's dipped, man, from head to toe. It's just like when Tyson Fury had his little jacket thing. A few people tried to copy the style, either wore a dress.
He even had you seen the sneakers?
Fire.
I don't know if they were fire because I didn't get a real good look at them, but they were custom. They were custom.
Yeah. Y'all like the sneakers? Sneakers are fire.
I mean, they look like some Air Force Ones that were like.
They did, but it's not
modified.
Like Balenciagas.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to
see. It
looked
like all white Balenciagas that they just graffitied up.
Yo, let me ask you: was the crowd real or was they pumping noise?
No, that had to be real. It was all sold out. It was great. No, that was people, man. It was good to see that again, in that magnitude, and you know, and just seeing everybody. It was even Eddie Hearn said it was like it's amazing what we were able to do it during these times, you know, and it didn't feel like we were going through COVID. For a minute there, I was like, everything's back.
Yo, speaking of Eduardo,
you getting worried though?
Worried about what?
I put down on my notes. I got a little notepad, and I said, man, where is everybody? Up until Canelo fight, the place looked empty up until the Canelo fight.
It happens like that too at a lot of fights.
Yeah, when it's a star fight, and like, who the fuck is gonna show up for Joe Arrojo's tune-up eliminator fight?
Yeah, the hardcores and stuff. Like, we show up, we want to see all the fights. Maybe a hardcore, but like the big, like
Like it wasn't even nothing.
Yeah, like the big portion of the crowd won't show up to the co-main and
there wasn't even anything there for the hardcores. Like the main event was some fight that they pieced together because Eddie Reynoso's fighter broke his hand.
Yeah. True, Martinez, no?
And that young kid's exciting. That's too bad that he wasn't on the card.
Royal?
No, Julio Cesar Martinez. That kid is ridiculous.
I know that shit lit up. From the video that we posted on Instagram that was courtesy of our very own Jordan Baker, who was live at the fight, and in a good seated location. That's pretty lit. I'm gonna screen share this.
Now, while you screen sharing that, I just wanted to share something. On top of that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jermall Charlo, just to piggyback off what you're saying, was at the fight as well with Derrick James. And he was very complimentary of the zone based on the seats that the Miami Dolphins have when you get down to the lower bowl sections. They got those big recliner, comfy seats that you don't really see that often, at stadium games. So the Florida is definitely you're going to have it. Like when you go from famous place to AMC got the seat that lift up. It's that type of feel. You get that type of like comfortable feel where you can watch it from the screen in front of you, or you can try to look at the field of the ring. Like the new arenas are built amazingly. You know what I mean? So hopefully we can get more cards. You're not gonna see that in an NBA arena. You know what I mean? Or an MGM. You're not gonna have those comfortable seats. So it's dope, man. It's dope. If that's sold out, Canelo, somebody else got to do it. I told you, if Earl and Ugas can do this in Miami, man, it'll be huge. But that's another story.
Charlo was also hating on the attendance too on one of his lives that he put out.
Well, he probably don't know the full story. That's why. The stadiums are big, man. You can't. It's hard. It's easier for you to spread out in an arena than it is
that's true. You're true. Yeah. You're right.
Stadium, it's gonna look hella empty, man, because the stadium is massive. But you can't. You got to put Canelo in the stadium, whether it's 15,000 and 1,000. It just is what it is.
So what was the Francis Doyen or Doyen Francis bet for this take? Did you bet on the third round? Were you thinking 7th round, 8th? I said 7th round. That's where I was going with it. I didn't expect Yildirim to throw like 3 right hands in those 3 rounds. It was just and the right hand that he did throw, it actually landed. It was crazy to me. But what round you guys had it in?
I had him going in the 5th. But
Yo, it's funny because I called the third, man. I called the third, and it really worked out. I didn't know it would be though. I was just like, I just threw something low. I wasn't even at the time. Like I didn't even like it didn't register that Eubank did it in 3.
You said he would finish him in three.
Yeah, I didn't bet though. I mean, I can't bet down here. It's over. I got money still in DraftKings. I need to get the fuck out now.
So wait a minute, you can't bet down there?
Nah, it's
online.
It's per state.
Holy shit!
Every state has its own
That's
rules.
why they asked the location and shit.
Just like the buddage. Yo, I heard y'all going rec in a few days now, right?
We've been rec. You
left. Doggy.
All right,
You're right. Hey, Francis. They been wrecked, and so the fuck have I. I've been recreation champ. I don't know what you talk about.
Y'all been locked up. I've been free.
I ain't missing nothing, man. Nothing. I was actually at the beach. I don't know if you can tell or smell the sea on me.
Your head shining heavy, so I know you was getting that tan.
Getting that tan, man. Hey, Sunday, got to get it in, man. Yo, we got JB Cinema that says, put 20 on the third and made 130. Damn, you balling. You balling. Damn. 130, that's what? That's 5 times, though. That's 5 times. You can't even. That's 6 times. Shit, you did good.
And what's up with Texas Bulldog, who says Mauricio Suleiman just came out and admitted that Miami deserved a better fight. The mandatory selection process will be under review. Fight was trash.
Straight as what you guys would say, basura.
It wasn't basura to me, man. Like I said, I got to see.
Wait. You got to remember something. You're gonna say you got to see the man.
Yeah, I got to see
the man.
Yo, what you think Bud came to Miami for? What was Demetrius doing there? What was Shakur doing there? What was Devin doing there? They was there to see The
A
pound
fight?
for pound star, man, at work, a master at work, man. Like, I'm happy watching him now, man. I'm not gonna be on YouTube when he retired to my remember Canelo? Nah, man, I'm watching him right now.
That's why I prefaced my statement when Alex asked me how I seen it. I clearly said from my standpoint that I understood that seeing Canelo and what he worked on in training camp was good for the 3 rounds that we got it. But it was disappointing not seeing Yildirim put any type of output to make it, you know what I mean, just a little bit more exciting other than seeing Canelo do what he does best.
And I know you can do it, man. You got to
You got to tell Avni to come again.
Like
To step that shit up. That's what you
Yo,
got to
Morehouse, you ain't say when you thought it was gonna go.
Nah, I honestly didn't even think about that. I thought it was going to go past 3, though. I didn't really think it would be that quick. But it almost looked like Yildirim was a deer in the headlights. Did you see him in the corner? Like, Diaz, like, almost like he had to slap him to get an answer out of the guy. And finally, he just said, if you ain't going to answer my questions, you ain't going to go out for the 4th round.
I think he took too many shots, too many hard shots, man. That's why you see him. He's seen him kind of like.
Yeah, that right hand was flush. I don't think he could have pinpointed it any better.
Cincinnati hating on the ring walk. Yo, that Brandon is a Canelo hater. How you hating on that ring walk, man? Maybe it didn't resonate with him because he's not Latino. What about you, Francis? You ain't Latino, but you look it. Was it rocking for you, him walking out with J Balvin?
Yo, listen, I've been on record saying it before. I love it when I see this type of stuff in boxing because that means that the stars, you know what I mean, casual fans are now crossing over because, you know, your fans as an artist might not be boxing fans. But guess what? Oh, you walking out that boxer, all of a sudden now I'm paying attention. So for me, it's just another I love it. Even a performance, even people that's pure music heads would tune into a boxing event to see the performance and end up watching the fight. And maybe half of them will continue to watch boxing. So
Are you not entertained?
Always a big fan of that, man.
Word. Yo, but I me and Doomy talked about it earlier. I was tight that J Balvin had like a motherfucking Pele bomber on in Miami. Like, what the
see, Canelo had that on too. Why aren't you saying? But Canelo walked in with one of them from Balvin. That's a custom, man.
Yeah, walked in. He wasn't performing in it, man. Balvin was damn near backflipping in his shit, bro. He was out of control.
Do me. Fashion is recycling, man. Baggy clothes is coming back. Where you been at, Ness? You know that? That's the fashion now, bro.
Listen. You said clothes. I said coat. He had a coat in Miami, man. He had a coat in Miami on stage. Listen, he had a coat in Miami.
He thought it was winter in Miami.
He had a coat in Miami on stage, plus the lights on him. He was melting.
Nah, you definitely saw sweat beads on his head. You know,
man, melting.
Shit.
But he was shining.
Hey, it's like somebody wearing fur, man. It's like you wearing fur in the summertime. Like, you know you sweating under that fur.
He melted.
Better not be wearing no damn fur near me in the summertime. I'm gonna say something in your ass.
Bruh, he melted
not
on
even
that
the chinchilla.
stage.
You crazy.
I'm like, yo, you feel good in that chinchilla right now?
No shirt too? You tripping.
Yo, we got a super chat from my Jimbe that says, shout out to Canelo Picasso, a true artist. That's right.
But J Balvin was like, yo. Oh, do me.
Yeah.
Ness is at his house like, yo, man, take off your jacket. Balvin's like, man's not hot. Ness, man's not hot. Ness, you take off your jacket. Yo, man's not hot.
No, he probably wasn't hot. He probably wasn't hot because he had like 70 million diamonds on, keeping him nice and cool. I mean, he had a lot of jewelry, but that shit, I mean, it was just crazy to me. Like, come on, take the jacket off. You know you performing. Take the jacket off. You're looking crazy right now. You sweating. It's like, it's not even a jacket, man. Like, that shit had leather sleeves, man. He tripping.
Yeah. It was one of those, like, football jackets.
That shit was
I bet you ain't going to happen against Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders ain't going to put up with being in the ring for 20 minutes before a fight.
Man,
crazy.
They're going to have to switch something up.
Man,
I like your multiplication on that.
You crazy.
First of all,
it was 7 minutes or something like that.
First of all, Floyd made everybody wait.
Everybody.
Pacquiao watched the basketball game one time, made somebody wait. You tripping, man. And Dazn made Canelo wait till after the motherfucking UFC was over. So I don't know what you talking about. Whoever the A side gonna make that B side wait. Dazn was the A side that day.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Doobie.
Nah, Matt Betts, he's relating into what we're talking about. Says Canelo following the green print, he made it an event. People will come out just to say I was there.
Hell
Fight
yeah.
trash.
Yo, I couldn't believe all them fighters was there, man. But real quick, you skip one. Sarcastic Sarcasm says the mental pressure was too much for Yildirim. Exactly. Mental pressure is when you are walking a dude down without throwing punches, and it's just he either overexerts himself by throwing punches or he does what Yildirim did, and that is shell the hell up. Shell up.
As soon as you throw a punch, it's coming back from Canelo.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching the whole in the dressing room, and Yildirim was kind of practicing how to shell up from the dressing room, man. You know what I'm saying, hold his hand up high and stuff. But you know what I mean, he made it there, man. He did what he had to do, and he made it there. At the end of the day, let's move on. Billy Joe is, I guess, everybody who's wanting to see Billy Joe.
I mean, before we get to Billy Joe, Tevin Farmer tweeted out, "Where the fuck is Loma?" I know that's left field, but
he's healing from surgery.
Where the fuck is Loma though? Where is Loma? That's what I'm saying. Where is Loma? And I want to bring up Loma because I see you, Rue. I always see you. Just remember that. So imagine my favorite fighter, Canelo Alvarez, would have lost to a dude that was 15-0, whose biggest win was Nakatani and Comey. Just think about that for a second. You know what I'm saying? Where the fuck is Loma at? He got a lot of explaining to do.
He's doing interviews out there in what is it, Ukraine?
Really?
Ukraine.
He's out there doing his
healing from surgery, man. He gonna say he had surgery and he was in the gym. He went back to the gym and he was working.
He's out there trying to figure out how to stop the takeover.
That's already
that's over. That's over, man.
That's over. But listen,
didn't Loma come out and say that he thinks the judges were against him?
Yeah. He said everything. He said everything.
He did.
Yeah.
Hey, Loma.
Take the air out of lover. It's over, brother.
Listen, so let me ask you guys. Billy Joe Saunders goes out on and is quoted saying that he feels he's the only one with the skill to beat Canelo.
Skill to pay the bills.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think?
Yeah, I think it's he's gonna be very, very different from all the other opponents that he's faced. The last four, even Kova, everybody. He's gonna be totally different, man.
In what sense, though? Because it's
and I'm gonna start with one of the most important things that I think people don't really think about is having the confidence and the energy not to respect Canelo so much that you're like Yildirim, where you're just kind of mesmerized by his way of deflecting punches, the way he's in your face, and all the other stuff that even Mora and Chris was talking about. You can't give him so much respect to where you're second guessing your shots, and I think Yildirim had a lot of that. And that's why he wasn't able to shoot out unless there's some injury or something that was being hidden. I couldn't speak to that. But from what I did see was that. And I don't see that in Billy Joe. I see Billy Joe going in there and trying to impose his will just as much as Canelo's going to do to him. So I think in that mentality, it's going to be different. At least I think it is. Just because I've seen what kind of guy Billy Joe is, before fights, during fights. He's very confident. He don't give a shit.
Just going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it simple. Billy Joe Saunders is a fighting man. Don't let that go over your head. Simple. He's a fighting man. He's been fighting for years, man. You know what I'm saying? Skill? What you saying, skill? They've been doing it for a while, and repetition, is the best thing, you know what I'm saying, in order for you to put in time into what you're doing. So he's been doing repetition. Once he's in shape, that's why Tyson came out and said, if he's in shape, everybody has an opportunity, but he has a better opportunity because he's a fighting man.
We all know that he had problems with Lara, right? And everybody wants to say, well, Canelo got better after Lara. But Canelo hasn't fought anybody that moves since Lara. And Billy Joe Saunders is going to be that first one that moves around and a southpaw like Lara.
See, a lot of situations.
So he's really not avoiding Charlo or Andre. He's avoiding Billy.
Woody, why would we say that again? Why would we say he's avoiding?
Because he hasn't fought any southpaw since Laura, right? Anybody with that style since Laura.
Now he's gonna have to get through 2 of them. If
There's no more
Billy, then he's gonna have to fight Caleb.
Yeah, and there's no more avoiding really. Like Canelo's, it's already.
Listen, he's the A side, man. That ring will probably be like an 18-foot ring. Them dudes ain't running nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Body shots galore.
Small ring.
Yeah, and look, and that's the thing. Even if this ring is smaller, it's gonna be the confidence, man. The confidence is gonna be showing in that fight. If you see, Billy Joe go timid on us, and he's not throwing punches, and he's not his usual, live wire, then we'll know that he's been, he's been hit with the Canelo spell and shit. He's just gonna be in there like a deer with the headlights, like Moore said. But if Billy goes in there same way he does, I mean, I know y'all saw the funny ass post he posted. He wilding out there on his stories.
I was gonna talk about that. Like, I'm not one to say somebody don't deserve something, but like this dude, he's just real. Like,
that's don't even know how to say it. Like he wild.
I don't even know what was said.
He's
because
nuts, man. He's lost. He's lost it.
It's like
top.
Everything.
He's like, I'm real appreciative. Been waiting a long time for this shit.
I didn't even hear it because I'm
only showing up to collect the money. He's just trolling.
He's trolling, bro.
It's crazy that y'all got past his apron. I tuned out as soon as he had the apron on. I tuned out. On my mother, I don't know what he said because I tuned out because that's all he does. All he does is like some whack, corny.
Yo, listen, I ain't gonna listen to this dude talk to me with that fucking apron on.
I mean, my man got a dildo on, like that shit. I mean, he always doing some weird shit. The other time he had a dildo in his car. Another time he talking to a crackhead. Another time he beating a heavy bag talking about how to beat your woman. Now he wearing dildo aprons. Like, this dude is so weird. Like, I never wanted Canelo to beat the shit out of somebody this bad before. Like, he do so much cornball shit, man. Like, just get in the fucking ring and fight. He always doing some corny shit.
Looks like Ness doesn't really like
Billy too much. I hear you. Ness, he's rich. He fights and he can fight his ass off. So he's been doing it for a minute, man. He's a different opposite.
Let me say this. Billy, as corny as he is on his Instagram, he's a real dude. I'll never forget being in wherever I was at over across the pond. I went to see him, and we backed into his Bentley, and he didn't make us pay. That shows that he's a real dude. But he does a lot of weird shit on his social media.
I think he does it for that. He enjoys being the bad guy, bro. And I think it's working for him in that aspect, right? Like, he doesn't give a shit what you think about him.
That
so
ain't
why
no
not?
Bad guy. My man literally showed his cock on Instagram before.
Oh, I'm not privy to that. I don't know.
On Twitter, like, he's just a weirdo, bro. That's not like that's not normal. The shit that he be doing ain't normal. Like,
let the games begin because he's about to antagonize the shit.
Oh, yeah.
I hope.
Well said.
Listen. I hope he can play a good villain. He
will. They know how to
talk. He does.
But will he? But will he?
Yo, do you think Canelo puts it in the contract that he can't do certain shit?
I don't know about all that.
Like, yo, you got to keep a gentleman like with me. You can't be antagonizing me. You think Canelo?
But
I know Jacobs was mushing him and like kind of talking shit.
Yeah,
so
they got
maybe
into
there
a
is room
shoving
for
match. They got into a shoving match, Jacobs and Canelo, at the weigh, and that shit looked funny as hell. The way Canelo like braced himself to shove. Jacobs.
Oh, he went on the horse karate stance and shit. And
Yo, you remember when Billy Joe Saunders showed up to the Triple G and Canelo conference?
Nah,
I mean, he's out of control, man.
Nah.
It's gonna be tough though for Billy Joe on the promotion of this fight because Canelo don't speak great English, so he's not gonna have anything coming back at him. So this is gonna be a little weird for Billy Joe on the build-up.
Yo, shout out to Coach Myers. He also forgot that he let his son punch Willie Monroe in the pill, man, in the family jewels, man.
For real, man.
Yeah.
And he say, "Nah, like do something, man. Do something, man. Don't forget where you at. You in the UK, man."
Bruh, it don't even matter. Like, that shit should have never happened, man. That shit should have never happened. Listen,
never. At a weigh-in?
Listen,
Damn.
that dude is crazy. I just want Canelo to cut the ring off and beat the liver out his body, man. That's it.
Hey, I got a question, man. We still on here talking about Canelo having problem with people boxing.
With southpaws. That's what David is insinuating, that Canelo's avoiding southpaws.
At this point, it don't matter if you southpaw or right-handed. Cutting the ring off is the same. And Canelo, the thing about being that as a boxer, I'm starting to notice, is if you can hit him clean, because it's like Floyd. If you can't hit the man clean, it doesn't matter how much you move. It's not going to matter. He's going to be in range. And Billy Joe Saunders, listen, man, y'all might as well just wait until he gets to scrap with better beef, because it ain't none of these dudes going to beat Canelo. Come on, y'all. Can we just agree on that? Because, like, it could be Caleb. It could be Charlo. They don't possess enough defense and punching power. Because, yes, you can have punching power, but then you have to be able to hit Canelo. You have to be able to hit the man.
Troy, to back up what you're saying, Troy, I seen him stand in the pocket, like, getting punches thrown at him, and he didn't move. He stayed there smooth and landed his I was like, yo, he didn't even, like, flick. Like, his defense and timing is on point, man. Like,
bro, listen, when I start watching Canelo and I fell in love with Canelo's defensive ability is when he fought Miguel Cotto. I don't know, something attracted me with that. I started watching it a lot, to the point where I was like, man, I know Miguel Cotto got decent punching power. And every time he hit Canelo clean, he never changed his facial expression. And it reminds me of Rigondeaux. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that, and that taught me, like, oh, I get it. This is why he always wins, because you can never tell if he's flustered when he's taking punishment. And now he's improved his defense so much. If you get one shot in, you're not going to get a 2 or 3 or 4 because he's carrying punch. He slipped and he's right there. It's like it's an old George Benton style. That's the guy who created the Philly Shell, Georgie Benton. Al Mitchell will tell you that himself. And the point was to be in front of a man but not get hit. And when you can do like that, what Canelo do, and I'm not saying Canelo is fighting mainly out of the shell defense. I'm just saying that when you can catch punches and stand there and defense reigns supreme, then your offense has an infinite ability, because nobody can hit you clean. That this is the thing where people need to understand with just technical boxing. It's hit, not get hit, and protect yourself at all times. That's 2/3 defense and 1/3 box and 1/3 punching. The man who mastered the defense will last the longest in the sport.
Stupendous.
Real quick, we got Andre Dakota that says, time for Devin to come out of character. He in the same building with Ryan and no press. Devin should have climbed up on the zone set for some airtime.
Hey, what happened?
I mean, he got no more fights left, man. So it's about whether they gonna get it done or he gonna leave. I mean, he's at that point. At least I want to believe Eddie's looking at it that way, because this is the last fight in April. So nobody, no thoughts. All right. Boston Jarrett says the southpaw stance helped.
Oh, I got something to say.
Go ahead.
I would like to say, I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm gonna just be 100. BH don't need the zone. You for real? Because, they just come into them, I feel. I'm not putting words in BH's mouth. So if you hear this, hey, big bro, relax. I'm saying what I'm saying is they was already doing their thing, before the zone. They just needed a little boost. So whether they with the zone or not, they still gonna eat. Because they came up under Floyd and they know how to make moves. So they still gonna eat. You feel me?
I think this is his biggest bag right now, though, Troy. That's why I think BH is, trying to Maybe, I'm not sure. I didn't want to speak for the man, but it would seem that Dazn is paying him the most at the moment.
I'm not disagreeing with that one bit. Hello?
Yeah.
Can y'all still hear me?
Yup.
Yeah, my bad. My phone was ringing.
Real quick, let me. You was in the middle of a sentence?
No, go ahead and do your thing. My phone was ringing.
I got Boston Jarrett says the southpaw stance helps neutralize Cinnabons, aka Canelo's best punch, which is the left hook, especially in the center of the ring.
That's false. That's false. Because the left hook is hard to catch on that side because as a southpaw, the blind side of me is the right hook. Why you think Pacquiao always throw the straight left and then he end with his hook and then slide up under the southpaw, the right-hander's hook to go to that side? That's what you're supposed to do against a right-hander as a southpaw. So the hook, the right hand is actually easy to see and slip because it's right in front of me. But if they step a little bit close and throw the hook, the way it comes around that corner and I'm standing as a southpaw, this is my blind side over here. I can't see behind there. That's why when you drive, you got to look back. The hook is actually a dangerous punch. And that's what opens up the right hand, the straight right hand, when you throw the left hook, the right hook to the body as a southpaw. So that's actually false. Tell him to get his bars up and don't do it again.
Next is Francis. Ain't you a southpaw?
Me? No, I'm orthodox.
Have you sparred any southpaws?
Good question.
You about to spar me?
Yes.
Yo, you coming down, Troy? You gonna be out there or no?
No, I'm gonna be on the East Coast March 4th to the 11th. This is gonna be like, I'm just going here first because I promised my homie that I was coming to Philly to see him so he could see like how I be moving around and how I like live day to day. Because I'm Muslim and some of these guys they need a little direction so they can get their life in the right trajectory. I just come in, listen, bro, eat this way, do this, and you will be good. And you know what I mean? It's not necessarily I come and be praying with people 5 times a day and all of that. I just show them a different lifestyle as far as diet and training. So I said I was going to do that first. That's why I asked to go up to get some work with Hitchens. Okay. Because I'm gonna go up to New York and see that too. I'm gonna be down in Miami after that because my wife asked me, did I want to go to Miami first? And I said, no. You are not gonna let me go by myself for that reason first. I'll go to Philly first, and then we can go to Miami together. So I'll be down there.
For sure. Coach Meyer says Eddie has AJ and Canelo. He's feeling like Scarface, laugh out loud. De La Hoya is somewhere punching the air right now, laugh out loud. I see Ryan going with Eddie eventually. I agree. The way he is, he's just very charismatic. And, I mean, he's the obviously the most popular promoter on social media with 1 million followers on Instagram. You know, so if promotion is what you want, that's what he's giving his guys, man. I mean, AJ's always been getting the type of walkouts that Canelo is receiving. You know, AJ's been always getting the type of treatment that Canelo is getting from AJ. I mean, from Eddie at the time. You know, but every promoter is good to an extent, man. You know, it's really pick your poison. But you know, there's really not much bad to say about Eddie. You know, unless you're like a fan. And then you don't like him because maybe he stopped your fight or a fight that you wanted or didn't allow it to happen or lowballed your guy, something like that. But, you know.
Is it a fight-to-fight situation, fighter-to-fighter situation that determines whether or not a promoter is good for you? Or can it be general?
I mean, if you can deliver, you can deliver. See, it's hard to say. That's why Eddie got to go above and beyond to cater to Canelo, because Canelo can get all those fights that he wants on his own, and anybody can be the promoter that promotes the Canelo fight. So Eddie got to do, you know, everything he need to do so that he's always that promoter. You know what I mean? Because Canelo gonna get whatever fight he want regardless. The minute he sent an offer, he got the fight. It's just that simple. You know, I mean, there are those guys that want to negotiate and go back and forth, I guess, but eventually he can do it. We got some more.
Canelo and all right, go ahead.
No, you got it.
I said apparently Eddie Hearn and Canelo's getting ready to do a massive deal in Mexico. It was never stated what that was, so I don't know if DAZN is already in Mexico, but there's going to be some partnership between Eddie Hearn and Canelo in Mexico. They said
I'm sure,
the info's going to drop in the next couple weeks.
I'm sure, man. Listen, DAZN is getting in every territory. They already opened up in the UK. Now they're competitors to Sky. You know,
they're in Mexico.
Yeah, but Canelo's rights are probably about to be up. Maybe he got a Televisa deal still or something like that. The point is, like, Eddie could get it done, and it would help. I wanted this Yildirim fight to be in Mexico. It would have made me go. Miami, I'm already, you know, out here where people come to vacation. But Mexico, that's a different story. You know, to get a Canelo fight in Mexico, that would have been historic. And to be able to attend it, I would have went. So hopefully they can do something.
Hey, I got a quick question too, real quick. Why did DAZN let Eddie Hearn put Canelo versus Yildirim on, but DAZN wouldn't allow Golden Boy to put Yildirim versus Canelo on?
Because Golden Boy couldn't deliver what they promised. They promised DAZN Triple G versus Canelo, and they can't deliver. So Matchroom could deliver Yildirim with the stipulation that you fight Billy Joe. So that's why it was an agreement with terms agreed for Billy Joe and Canelo. Like, you know, they would have never took a one-off, but you know, it was bad terms with Canelo and Golden Boy. It was always Golden Boy, and maybe, guess what? Maybe DAZN knew after a while, like, word hit the curb, and, you know, maybe Eddie himself was like, look, he just doesn't want to deal with Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying? We'll get him back if we do this, and this, and that. And rightfully so. They did what they needed to do to keep, you know, the biggest star in boxing so that, you know, people stay subscribed. Because, look, I'm subscribed. You know, I pay for the year again. So, you know, if he's fighting 3 times a year, I'm getting more value for my money that I paid. The 100 I paid, I'm used to 2 Canelo
just off
fights.
of one fighter.
One pay-per-view fight back in the one Mayweather one or whatever.
Yeah, but that's back in the day. That's doing old math, saying, oh, well, if he fights twice, I already earned my DAZN money. No. I'm just saying he already was going to fight twice. That's his career. He always fights twice. Now he's fighting 3 times. Oh, shit. I'm really receiving value.
You're in the green.
Because I'm used to him only fighting twice. You know what I'm saying? I wish AJ, their other star, would fight 3 times a year. You know, imagine he could fight. That means he can do 2 Fury fights and then Wilder, 2 Fury fights and then Ruiz again. You know what I mean? 2 Fury fights and Dillian White, a Povetkin winner. You know, I wish all these guys fought 3 times a year. But what do they say? It's hard on the body. You know, training camp, promotion. But
well, if AJ fights Fury twice, that'll be damn it. That will be 3 fights in the year because you just fought Pulev in December.
Well, there you go. If he fights him twice this year, I guess it'll be a calendar year. That's what we would want, man. That's what I would want from, you know, all these guys. You know, I mean, look, we haven't seen Bud since Kavalaskis, right? So we need a fight there.
Kell Brook.
Oh,
Kell
shit.
Brookie.
I forgot about Kell Brook.
But equally, you know. Exactly. Of course you forgot because it was terrible.
Yo, that's crazy. All morning I was saying Cavalier. I literally did truly forget Brook. But yeah, I mean, damn. So he did his 2 already. Those 2 was 2020, right? We in 2021. He ain't got nothing so far yet. And
nope. Early.
T.O. is slated now for April. So he might only get 2 in. You know, it's just that people not taking advantage. They got to jump on quickly, you know, get the ball moving. January, February, things like that. But any undercards on the Canelo fight y'all watched? I mean, damn, I definitely watched Zilly Zhang. Wow.
I was about to say.
Big Bang.
Before you go to that one, let me just talk about Pacheco real quick because I don't know if anybody else watched that one. Anybody else?
I watched the whole card.
Yeah. You watched the whole card. Perfect. The Pacheco fight. I just felt like it was another, like, he was talking to the dude a lot. You know what I mean? It seemed like it was a friend of his. Like, you know, when you're fighting a friend of yours and let's work out. I'm better than you, but we're going to have a fight. It seemed like that to me. You know what I mean?
A lot of respect between both of them.
Yeah,
they were breaking without the referee. They were apologizing. They were touching gloves.
What the hell's going on here? I'm seeing it. What the hell? They smiling at each other like it was just like a glorified, I don't know, sparring match, if you want to call it.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, sometimes that happens. You know what I mean? Wasn't the guy a last minute replacement too? The guy that he fought. I don't know if he was or wasn't.
It was a good step up for him.
Was it a step up?
It was like 14-2 or something.
Yeah, even if he wasn't a last minute replacement, whatever it was, I guess there was some type of pay. Both of them were Mexican, and maybe there was something. Maybe they sparred each other. Who knows, Francis? I mean, what I do know is that they were trying to wail on each other. So I don't know about too much respect.
Checo looks sloppy to me at some points. Like he was overshooting the right hand, and like the way he was falling in a lot. Like that's how they ended up in the clinch. Is when he would shoot a shot, he would fall in.
Guy was a little awkward.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Guy was a little.
Well, they're both big 160 pounders, tall and lanky. Both of them were pretty big.
Yeah, tall. They were both, and Pacheco said that he does better with guys his height. I don't know if I can, say yes to that based off his other fights he's had with shorter guys, but the other guy was bringing it. And sorry that I'm saying the other guy. What was my man's name? Navarez or I can't.
Junior maybe.
I can't get it right now, but it slips me. But the other guy was tough. He was tough. He was trying to take risks. He was trying to also knock Pacheco's head off, and Pacheco just outclassed him. Look at Francis, like, nah, champion.
Nah. He, like, from what he did in right there, Saudi Arabia, to what he did here was like, huh? Like the performance is like it's like night and day for me. But it is what it is. It's the same thing. We're gonna talk about the Big Bang, Ness.
But do you think it was a step up? It was a step up for Pacheco.
Nah, it wasn't a step up to me.
Not to me.
It was just like he got no power. He was hitting my man with everything to the very last round. It was an 8-rounder. They went all rounds, and he hit him with so many right hands. Come on, like, he got no power. We thought he did. He got no power. It's all good. I just want to say they robbed Zhang, Jalal J, the Big Bang. I'm going to just call him Big Bang since that's the name they using for you to familiarize yourself with him. They robbed him.
It was a good 6-round fight. After that, I want to go to sleep.
They robbed him. I don't care what anyone says. You don't know how to score. You need to get a scorecard so that you don't have to add it adds it for you, okay? Big Bang got 4 knockdowns, right? And it is a 10-round fight. I just want y'all to remember that. He got 4 knockdowns in a 10-round fight. So it's the same math we did when Floyd fought, Maidana. It's like, give him the first 5. Floyd won the last 7. It don't matter. Even if it was all right. So here, Maidana won all first 5, and in this fight, Forrest. He's the real. I see people talking about. That's what we really should start talking about. Forrest. He the hero of the night. Okay, well then, Forrest gets every single round after the 4th. Every round. Every fucking round.
And still lose the fight.
And still loses 94-91. Every fucking round. Zhang got 4 knockdowns, brothers. It just don't matter. No way how you add it. Okay, point deduction. Which point you want me to take? Let's take it off the round where he had 2 knockdowns. Let's give that point back to Jerry, and that'll be a 10-8 round. That still puts Jerry at 94-92. So you telling me I'm capping, but y'all really need to add it up. They saying it wasn't 3. Didn't he get 2 knockdowns in 1 round? And then,
so that's 10-7.
I could have sworn he got a 10-7
so he had 4
round.
knockdowns, right? First round, second round, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth, right? I'm gonna go to box.
I'm gonna confirm that. I was just about to do that. I was about to confirm that too.
And even if it's 3, then all right. Let's see what that math. Let's take out one of those knockdowns while you check box ret. Right? Let's take out one of those knockdowns while you check box ret. And that leaves us with 94-94. Either way, they robbed my man Zang. You know what I'm saying? He deserved that win. 3 knockdowns and 1 point taken away. Everybody's saying 3 knockdowns. What you got on box ret? I thought we had 4. I thought he had 4.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm pulling it up. Okay. Hold on. So we had a.
He said one. Brandon saying 1 knockdown.
The first round was at 10-8.
No. On box, I could tell you what rounds they went down.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing you.
Still a draw. It don't matter. 3 knockdowns, still a draw. Do the math with the point deducted. It still say 94-94. You just need a scorecard at. Maybe y'all not adding y'all scores right.
You know what it is? I think a lot of people are just kind of like rallying to Jerry Forrest because he got knocked down, got back up. And he was chopping at the tree, so it looked like he won like maybe not half of the fight, but like better part of those rounds. I didn't have a scorecard, so I didn't.
Yo, you got the radio playing or something?
Yeah, I just turned it off. I don't.
No, he was just down in 1, 2, and 3, like I told you.
Yeah, Forrest down in rounds 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
Zang lost the point for holding in 9. It still leaves you 94-94.
But I could have swore he had a 10-7.
I thought he had a 10-7. I mean, I thought he had a 10-7.
I'm gonna go back and watch it real quick.
It was a draw though, no?
Yeah, it was a draw.
Yeah, so
but they trying to say Jerry got robbed. Ain't no robbery.
Nah. Jerry definitely didn't get robbed. Well, you could give credit to Jerry for coming back from those knockdowns and beating the hell out of Zhang's body. I was worried about Zhang's gas. Man, I don't know if those those body shots early in the rounds paid dividends later for Jerry Forrest, but yeah, he was definitely not looking too good towards those last few rounds. Man, he was exhausted or hurt, either or. But he wasn't able to put that punch output, man.
Jerry Forrest celebrating after the fight for a draw tells you everything. He was jumping around like he won the lottery, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. I mean, look, bro. I would have been happy as fuck too, man. Shit. Listen, I got knocked down 3 times. It was an underdog story for Jerry Forrest last night, even though he didn't get the win, obviously.
They both look garbage, man. Not garbage, but like they both were exhausted. Jerry's hands was down. Zhang just was so exhausted he couldn't punch back after the 4th. Like, he just couldn't. So it was open season for Jerry, and he was so exhausted he couldn't really, like, even keep his hands up. So everything was just lunging shots, coming in, lunging shots, punches, like, his arms halfway down. I mean, look, he fought hard. He fought super hard, and he deserves massive respect, which he got because he fought out of a hole to get a draw. But I think he lost me, man. I think he lost me. Like, the dude walks out the ring and talking about, give me AJ. Give me AJ. I don't know if y'all watched the telecast.
Oh, no. I didn't see him say that.
Bruh, he was calling out AJ going down the hall, man. It was hilarious. I'm like, bruh, you...
Yo, I just almost spit out my beer.
He was on his warrior shit, Morehouse. Leave him alone.
Yo, crazy. Crazy.
Hey, listen, I really want to ask you guys one question, though, right? Because this is the shit that kind of bothered me about this fight. And, for so long, I know all of us on this panel have seen boxers, and I'll point the most obvious one out, right? They used to do it all the time with Vitaly Klitschko. Or Vladimir Klitschko, for that matter, leaning on your guys. I mean, when Ness was training up here with me, I'd always tell him, lean on him. Become a heavy blanket, lean on him. And in the beginning and through the fight, like, this referee was like, had a huge problem with Gillet, doing that.
He was doing more than leaning. He was fucking. He had him in here, like he was
cupping him, bro.
He was cupping.
But don't nail me to the wall yet, because I was getting there, right? I'm not saying that everything was clean, right? Because everything would end up in that, right? But what I'm telling you is that Jerry Forrest is a smaller man. And it was very easy for him to always dip under there too, and he would go under Gillet Zhang. So I'm like, That was what the point was taken for. If I'm not incorrect, that for leaning on him. So I'm like,
give me a second. The reason why I'm gonna say that because the way he was leaning on him, he was strategic. He would hold him, pull him close. Then eventually Jerry would lean his head on his chest and he would kind of shake him down and then slip the hand over and cup his neck. He'd do it every time. You can watch it
every time, not every time. No, he didn't do it every time. I'm looking. I mean, like
at least Big Bang wasn't hitting him when he was in that position.
Exactly.
Listen, but can we at least settle? Because I opened up that I thought he got robbed. I thought he won. I thought he did enough to win. I thought he definitely won because I thought it was 4 knockdowns. Obviously, that was a mistake. But are we all gonna say that he only won the 4 rounds? Like that's it? He ain't win nothing else?
I gave him one more round later.
All right, so that means you had him winning. What about you? Well, Dumi didn't score. Francis, did he only win the rounds that he got knockdowns?
So you have round 1, 2, and 3, which are 10-8 rounds, but a point goes back, so 1 is a 10-9 round. Correct?
Yeah.
So if you give Zhang,
so then I had it a draw.
You give him 4, you'd have to right, David, right. You kind of have to because some of those rounds are swing rounds because Zhang was so tired, man. They're both tired, but
I wasn't mad at all for the draw.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
The first time I ain't timing out Riff King, he said, man, Keem did way more dirty tactics against Mario. He said, what about that, Doomy?
Yo, he did. Yo, he was so good at it. I couldn't even see that shit.
Yo.
Nah, but do you guys believe the Big Bang punched himself out?
Hell yeah! Listen, Zane.
It could have been the body. Yo, did you guys?
No, the body work.
Were you guys impressed
with
the body work?
Yeah, I'm impressed with Jerry Forrest. I want to see him back. He deserves another shot in a full 8-week camp because that's what they were saying. That Jerry was running around saying, "I'm in great shape. I'm in great shape." I remember interviewing Jerry and him saying, "These heavyweights don't train like me, bro. These heavyweights don't." And then he went and shit the bed on that Fox fight versus who was it? Pulev maybe or somebody like that. Somebody he fought. Y'all remember who he fought on? Not Fox, but ESPN. He just lost on ESPN. Was it Vidal Booker? Who did he fight?
It was close. Let me just get that first.
But he fought. Matter of fact, I think I got it right here, man.
Yeah.
Carlos Takam. It was Takam. It was Takam, bro. It was Takam.
Takam is tough though. Takam would have gave Zhang some problems. Let me tell you that.
So he came on the show and he was talking crazy like he was this superior heavyweight and everyone who trained in the heavyweight division didn't train like him, but then he shit the bed with Takam. So, I wasn't expecting this. So this was refreshing. The dog that he showed, he posted something right after this like, this is for all y'all who when you get knocked down. Let me pull his shit up, man, because I don't want to fuck up his caption. That shit was actually pretty poetic and shit.
He got philosophical on us.
I mean, nah, he kept it simple as fuck, but it worked. You know what I'm saying? So he post. Let me screen share it too, right? And he posted the punch stats, and then in the caption it said, so that y'all know when they count you out, keep punching. So that was pretty dope, and he put the punch stats. So Zhang landed 104, Forrest landed 156. But this looks like he screenshotted from Wikipedia, but whatever, we'll run with it. And then he put total thrown is 300 for Zhang, 311, 555 for him. So it was a good fight, and I know it's gonna earn him a return because again, before he fought Zhang, he lost to Takam, and that's why he got this fight.
Yo, I don't care what nobody say. I got mad respect for Jerry Forrest for 2 reasons. 1 or 3. 1, the dude got knocked down by a big puncher 3 times. That lets me know 1, he got endurance, and 2, he was in shape. And 3, having that big dude laying on you for 8 rounds, he was in shape, man. Word. I respected Jerry Forrest for sure, man. Because people would have quit after the second knockdown, much less the fucking third one.
Yo, Fa disappointed me too, though, man. He wasn't. Did y'all watch the Junior Fa fight?
We gonna switch over. We didn't leave anything behind on the Canelo card.
I don't think there was anything else like the Canelo card. I mean, Keyshawn Davis, beautiful performance, showcase, 2 second-round knockout. Mark Castro, great performance.
Mark Castro put him.
Great performance. Yes, Trey, absolutely. But Mike got something else cooking. Actually, I'm going to see Mike Thursday. I got it in the calendar and everything, so I can't forget. So I'm ending the show early on Thursday morning, and I'm going out to Mike. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get some sparring in with Big Mike Polite Coffee and get the interviews cooking. But he got something cooking, and it ain't Jerry. But that would be a great fight.
Hadouken!
You know it, King. You don't want to meet me at the coffee factory. You don't want to meet me. You already know. How
about Castro
man?
real quick, though, putting that MMA fighter down with a jab.
But it's
Quick
early,
jab.
Keem. You're going to be at work. I got to be there at 12:30. So that's what I'm saying. I'm out of here early, man. It might not even be a show on Thursday morning. Because I'm going to that gym.
Now that you segue to the Junior fight and the Joseph Parker fight, well, how did he let you down?
Oh my God, they better not put Frank Sanchez in there with Coffee. You crazy, man? You seen what he was, man? You crazy, man?
What about your boy Cheney?
What about Cheney? Was Cassius Cheney?
Yeah, Cassius Cheney.
Forrest.
With Forrest?
Yeah.
Perfect fight. I thought y'all was trying to put Cassius and Polite in together.
No.
He just fought a tall guy like in Zhang.
Yo, Forrest, but the thing is, Cheney's still with main event. He ain't officially with PBC, so how he gonna get that Forrest fight, man? Forrest fighting on big shows, man. He was on Top Rank, now he on Dazn, on a Canelo card. Like, Forrest getting paid, man. Even though
Forrest
he lost.
And Big Baby.
What the Jared Anderson or Big Baby?
Oh, Jared.
Nah, man, you crazy. He ain't ready for that. You think he ready for that? Y'all think he ready for that?
I mean, I don't know if he's ready or not, but
Big Baby Chucky?
Who you talking about? Big Baby ready for Jerry?
Yeah. Jared Anderson.
Are y'all low key throwing bars out here or what?
Yo, that's a
tough fight, man.
Yeah, that's a tough fight. That's
a good fight.
It's a good fight, but it's a tough fight.
I am still high on fire. All he did was not have enough activity, but I think, you know what I'm saying, he fought long. Everything I told you, the way he used that lead hand, you know what I'm saying? Joseph outworked him. Joseph worked in the clinches. Joseph worked, and that's what boxing is, man. Activity and stamina. It will outweigh skill in certain fights, man. If you are nonstop, man, it's hard for you not to win the fight, man. Or at least a draw where people thought you won. So Anderson, let him develop, man. Give him Guido. Why he got to get fucking Jerry? Get him Guido. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the return and shit, Guido needs a confidence builder.
What you mean? Guido got the win, right? Didn't he get the win, or was it a legit draw?
It was the drawski.
Ouch.
I bet, man. Shout out to I bet.
Ow.
Listen, what else? Damn. There was so much going on. I didn't get to see the Anthony Durrell.
You know who I want to Big Baby?
I watched that. I went back and what?
You know who would be nice for Big Baby Anderson?
Which one?
But it's not gonna work.
Yo, but listen, we gotta just call him the real Big Baby because his name is the real Big Baby.
The real Big Baby, yeah, the real Big Baby Anderson. I'd like him to fight Ajagba. F.A. Ajagba.
They ain't doing that. They ain't doing that. They're training the same team. Remember, they got K Kimura, both of them, and they both with James Prince. That's out. Call it never happening. Call it Dunsky.
Wait, go back to the docks where you belong.
Y'all hating on New Zealand, man. I still believe in you. You know what I'm saying? His first step up was a former world champion, that beat Andy Ruiz. There's nothing wrong with that. No harm, no foul. He didn't get stopped.
Yeah, it's not like he did.
He just got overworked. He got outworked, man. But
experience took
maybe
Joseph Parker.
Exactly. Joseph's been on this level. But I would like to see these guys. Joseph lives in Las Vegas. Joseph trains out here, consistently. He's not flying for camp or none of that. Fa got to do that. He out in New Zealand on TikTok too much, man.
But all that camp that whole camp was over there in home, right? It was in
probably.
That's what they were saying. They got a chance. He would go home.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Children. He used to training over here. He used to training over here with Wilder, and like now you over there, and who you sparring? Like who you sparring, and who's the head trainer? I mean, I don't know. It wasn't that bad. Again, it wasn't that bad. He's got decent technical skill. He'll be back. Again, I didn't see nothing like that. Like
Junior Fa's not too far off. He's just gotta. He's gotta.
Yeah,
I think he's gotta get out of New Zealand. That's what he's gotta do.
Yes. I think, not Brazil. Brazil, he wasn't just stopped. He went 12 with Wallin. You know what I'm saying? Who else they got? Who could we throw?
Yo, who?
What about
did you guys get to see
versus Fa? That'd be a good fight.
Nah, hell no. You tripping, man.
That's a terrible fight.
That'd be a terrible fight for Fa.
Why?
Chisora would chin him?
I like, hell yeah. I like,
really?
Man.
Yeah.
After you saw that type of range he was using?
But look how easy Joseph. Yeah, exactly. He'll maul him. Look how easy Joseph Parker cut the distance and was on the inside. Fa got to work on that check. When they cross that Mason Dick, bang.
Hey, what am I talking about? They're gonna say Joseph Parker's fighting Chisora.
Don't forget that Usyk is a great boxer, and Chisora was all over him. He had a hard time keeping Chisora off of him the whole night.
But Usyk doesn't have the range that Fa has, and after Fa fought Joseph Parker on this one, you
Tom
take away
Schwartz,
from these
how many
fights.
rounds did Tom Schwartz go with Fury?
You take away some of the things that that you saw your opponent do to. I mean, look, Andy Ruiz lost to Joseph Parker, and then he went on to do great things. And I kind of seen Joseph Parker using that jab to the body too. It looked so much like Andy Ruiz's attacks going forward with the jab when he was doing the Fa. But yeah, man, I think the Fa's gonna grow from this fight, man. And I don't think that any of the guys you just mentioned, it's too far out there that he's gonna get beat up or pummeled on. He showed great range. It's just like Ness said, or Morehouse said, experience kicked in, and Joseph knows what he has to do, in order to seal the deal. And it was Junior Fa who was supposed to work more in order for him to get the win. He was going against the favorite.
Just to tickle the other side of the brain, I mean, are you trying to tell me that Derek Chisora or any other heavyweights don't have experience, especially somebody like Chisora, who can go back and look at the fights that Fa has had and figure out a game plan to attack his weaknesses, which are evident that he got slow feet. Even though he got the range, obviously he's gonna have to find out how to work around the long jab and the way that Fa fights. You understand what I mean?
So what's the question?
The experience. Don't you think that he has the experience, like how you said that?
Yeah. Well, everybody can make a game plan, and I'm not saying the opponents that you guys just mentioned. I feel, which is Chisora. I don't know if you mentioned anybody else, but I don't feel like Chisora physically and skillfully is that far ahead that he's gonna go in there and pummel Junior Fa like you just described it. Anybody can go ahead and take a game plan and try to implement it. Yes, if I'm Chisora, I'm going to take a look at the fight. This is how camps are sometimes made. Not everybody looks at tape, which I think is lies.
And I threw Chisora out like a moron because apparently Joseph Parker is going to be fighting Chisora now. So
Seth Mitchell is scheduled for a 6-round fight, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be surprised if this guy gets dusted off and put in a fight. He hasn't fought since Areola knocked him out in 2013. It's been 8 years.
Now, real quick, the undercard. This is what I really want to ask you. He came out to the Bob Marley. He was a heavyweight. I think it was in the undercard of Joseph Parker and Junior Fa. Did you guys get to see this kid? He was young. He had the braids going back.
Hell no, I only see
he was from England.
Yeah, Nika.
Was it him, man? I'm gonna have to go back and take
6'4".
Yes, he was tall, 6'4".
Yeah, light skinned dude. Yeah, with the braid going back. Yeah, he was.
I was impressed.
Yeah, Very good.
That's a dangerous heavyweight.
Right?
He's young too, and he's an Olympic. He's an Olympian. Like, well, he might go to the Olympics.
Yeah. How does that work when you return pro and then you can fight in the Olympics?
Bro, yeah, pros are fighting in the freaking Olympics, bro. My man Torres, he was
changed
fighting,
the rules.
Yeah, he got put by this freaking Russian guy who was already a pro and shit. It's kind of crazy how they're doing that. I don't know how the rules are changing or if they are the same, but yeah, pros are in the Olympics, bro. So he was saying that like he don't know. It depends if he gets to go to the Olympics, he'll go that route because that's what he wanted to do. But he's already started his pro career, man, and I was impressed, bro. But yo, dog, he was using the Philly roll, looking good though. Like I'm telling you, man, that kid's a problem. I gotta get his name ASAP. Anybody out there? Anybody on the chat got it? Nah. Okay.
Let me get to these super chats real quick, gentlemen. We got Sarcastic Sarcasm that says Billy Joe got drug issues. Canelo lives healthy. Big difference. All right.
Last time I checked, they both have drug issues. So Billy Joe with a nasal spray, Canelo with that crazy meat out there in Mexico.
Bo in Bama says Andre Ward, and I think that's when we were discussing who could possibly beat Canelo. And Ward. I mean, I talked about this. Like, if Ward does a one-fight Canelo deal, he's losing. And I seen
the post?
I seen him in the ring. I seen him in the ring. He know he got that itch, and he know he want that Canelo check.
He said the hands still work.
Mm-hmm. No, he put these hands still work, but tell him to use those hands to sign the one-deal contract. We ain't doing no 3-fight deal. But even though he's worth it, I'm sure the network, Dazn, I guarantee they pay for a 3-fight deal. He put the beats on Kovalev, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they'll pay for a 3-fight deal. But if I'm Canelo, if I'm Eddie, no 3-fight deal. We want you first fight right now. Let's go. Ain't no warming up and tuning up. Nuh-uh. Not tonight. You ain't raining on this parade. And it's unfair if y'all to be asking him to fight Andre Ward anyway. Andre Ward's a 175-pounder. We did a one-off. We ain't campaigning at 75. We did a one-off. Stop getting heavyweights to fight Canelo. Next is going to be Usyk they want him to fight.
Yo, Alex, there was only 2 heavyweight fights on the card, right? One with Julius Long, the 43-year-old dude with the long 43-year-old dude with the braids coming down, and he fought a New Zealand guy who was undefeated, little guy. He ended up knocking him out.
Yeah, nah, he can't be 43 years old.
He's a cruiserweight.
He's a cruiserweight?
David Ninka. That's what I told you. Okay. Cruiserweight. David Ninka. N-Y-I-K-A. David N-Y-I-K-A. Ninka. Look it up.
Man, he could easily go to heavyweight with that height. And I mean, his body structure, bro.
Big dude, man.
He had me fooled. I thought he was a heavyweight.
No.
But I was impressed with his movement, bro.
Look him up, Ness.
Mad Bent 100 in Kansas says Canelo, Triple G, Kovalev hit Canelo. No, Triple G, Kovalev hit Canelo. Now, I don't know what's this in reference to, because I know on an earlier show I said Yildirim hit, the dudes that beat him. He bet, I think he hit Canelo one time in that fight. Like,
I think it's in reference to the other gentleman that jumped on the call tonight, said that Canelo's defense is a lot better since the Floyd Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
That he does that style from Benton. I forget what style it was, but I think that's what he's talking about.
Okay.
That Canelo can still get hit.
That must be true because Majimbe came back and said at that point that Troy was fire with like 5 fire emojis. Showkid says, I'm with you, Ness. Billy Joe suspect. He gonna mess around and get the fight canceled with his antics. Yes, I agree. He you
gonna play the part right, man. We're not gonna watch that. We gonna play the part right. I know he's gonna play it right.
I want him not to play the part. No, but listen to me. I don't want that. I want him to be Tyson Fury. I want him to come in the yellow Lamborghini. I want him to wear the Batman suit. I want him to shove Deontay Wilder shove like Fury did Wilder. I want him to shove Canelo. I just want him to keep his homophobic stuff to himself.
Yeah, we don't need him showing up to the press conference with a dildo. We can figure that out.
All right.
You know, like none of that. I'm really not interested in all that. You know what I'm saying? Like his fighting, you know, the way he talks shit, all that. But like, I'm good with, you know.
This is gonna be Canelo's one of Canelo's toughest fights since Mayweather.
No, but see, Doomy, is that you ain't been following this dude, man. It's more than the apron, dude. Like this dude has done the apron and way other things, bro. It's just like
it's beyond me.
He's already like he has so many cock jokes that you have to wonder, is he really the one that, you know? I'm just saying, I've never seen someone only do cock jokes. Like, can I get one pussy joke? Can I get one pussy joke out this man just to show me that, you know, he's a heterosexual maybe? I don't know. All his jokes are about cock. Like, what the fuck
But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, this is going to be one of Canelo's toughest fights in the recent times. It's going to be a good fight. Anybody out there who thinks he's just going to get blown away by Canelo,
I'm not even going to say that you tripping, Moore's House, because the last time I had that energy that there's no way it was with Wilder. I didn't think Wilder would lose. I ain't gonna say that. Billy is a good boxer.
Yo, is
but
this
he
the
don't got
Tyson
the power.
Fury to Canelo?
He don't got the power though. It's different. Even though that's the same shit we said about Fury. That's why it's a really fucked up fight. You know what I'm saying? We say he didn't have power. You know what I'm saying? Wilder said he was pillow fisted, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, look, the good thing is Billy ain't never balloon up. You know what I'm saying? He's always been in shape and stuff like that.
Go back and watch that Andy Lee fight, man.
But he's been inactive, though. But he's been inactive, and that's what Tyson Fury said about his cousin. He said, "I want Billy to get a fighter too, but even if he doesn't, he can fight his ass off. But he's been inactive." Yo, we got some super chats. Let's get to
no. Remember, we are doing it, and we're just discussing show kids. I'm on it. I'm on all of them. There's a lot, and we're right on target. As long as y'all done with show kids, I can move on to Trey's.
Call him Show.
All right.
Yeah, you done? Everybody done?
Yeah, we're done talking about his suspectedness.
Yeah. Trey says, Troy King speaking facts, 300 emoji. Sarcastic sarcasm says, agree with Francis. Pacheco was not impressive at all. Yes. And then
dude, the kid's a baby. Let him grow, man.
Yeah.
No, he gonna grow. He gonna grow. But when you start to build him up to be the monster, and they have these type of banana slip performances, you know, you got to take a little bit of the criticism when you take a little bit.
Oh, that's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up.
I think they're building him to Alexis Espino fight.
Whoa, but we'll get to that. Let's get to the rest of the super chat. That's a good one.
I got my Jinbet says Jerry was talking about give me AJ with 3 laughing out loud emojis. Yeah, man, that's what I said.
Jerry or Zhang?
Jerry on the way out of the ring.
Okay, I'm sorry, because earlier I thought Zhang was saying.
Speaking of walking down the hall, did y'all notice my man Sean George having to literally hold up Zhang? I wonder if he's all right, man.
Yeah,
I'm about to text Sean, man, because like, yo, did
Ness,
you go to
the
hospital?
I was like,
hold on, you guys not watching the fight? Yo,
what do you mean?
Dude, if it was 2 minutes longer with the decision from the judges, Zhang would have laid out on the canvas, bro.
No, I hear you. Listen to me.
Listen like he was. I don't even know how he made it out the rope. Like he was going.
I'll tell you how he made it, bro. That's hard.
Shit, he was done.
At any moment, he could have just went out, especially with the way that Jerry was chopping at him. And any 2 more rounds, he would have been done.
Done.
Well, that's exactly what happens to a fighter when they're used to just wiping the floor with everybody. You know what I'm saying? When you finally got to go that distance for a big man like Big Bang Zhang,
I'm not gonna.
It might be too much on that body.
Sucking wind, man. Like like Paul, like he was, man.
He needed oxygen.
What? Big time. He needed a lot of oxygen, you know what I'm saying, to move them legs and that body, the head, big hands. Yo, listen, man. At least he knows now that he got the tank to go. At least he got the heart to go the 10 rounds.
I was like, man, he's not throwing back at all. What's going on? And it's like you can only grapple for so long before the ref starts getting annoyed and shit. So it was really worrying, man, to see. It's not that I'm not rooting for Jerry too, man. Jerry had his underdog story in that fight, But I've known Zhang for a minute. I've seen him kind of like come up. So I know what to expect from Zhang. We've seen him in there with Gwanaki going rounds. Like I've seen him go rounds, like rounds.
To me?
I don't know, and this is why I can't sit here and like judge because
did he fall in love with the power? Did he punch himself out? Like those are all the questions that are going through my mind. You know what I mean?
I think Jerry did a good job at chopping the tree.
When you drop someone 3 times, you don't expect him to get up and go the rest of the fight.
That could be demoralizing, Morehouse. You're right. That could like work on your mind state. You're like, shit, I just hit this guy with all my best shots. This motherfucker keeps getting up.
they say boxing is what, 80-90% mental, depending on who you ask.
That's right.
Yeah, man. He was a worker, man. And now Trey Miller comes back with another one and he says, Jerry Forrest versus Mike Polite Coffee. I'd love that. But again, I think I think Mike has something else cooking for like soon on a nice, sexy card.
What about Forrest versus Lovejoy? I want to see what Lovejoy's all about.
Lovejoy retired. He retired, man. Until and I think, you know what I'm saying, no disrespect to Lovejoy. I love him. You know what I'm saying? We was one of the first to start interviewing him before he got all, hot like that. And truth is, until he's out that contract, I don't even know like what's to talk about, man. Like he's never fought. He's never fought besides those Mexico fights. And ever since we've been interviewing him, it's been fallout after fallout after fallout after fallout. Now retirement, like it's just.
Dude, I tried to find highlights on him. I could find like one fight off a camera phone, like a
camera
cell phone. It's like, damn, man.
Yeah, it's hard to get some tape on it. Get excited.
The undefeated fighter with 100% KO ratio, man. He retired.
Yeah. I seen it.
We going to Bo and Bama.
Hold on a second. Real quick, I just wanted to piggyback real quick. Call me crazy, but for me personally, I feel like Mike might be a little bit more explosive than Big Bang. I think Bang has more power, but I think Mike might be more explosive.
Yeah, I could say. I
mean, he puts them together though. Bang was only landing one shots, you know what I'm saying, at a time. This dude, Mike Polite Coffee, puts it together. I think he could hit him with a combination. At least a 2-punch combination. Zhang, he wasn't doing that.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, if I could talk to Zhang right now, I'd tell him like, bro, what happened to the uppercuts? Tall guy always got the little guy with the advantage on the uppercuts. I just didn't see none of that. Every time, he would dip low, Jerry Forrest, instead of laying on him, just crack him with one good one up the middle. I was waiting for it, and it never happened. So, just some things to learn, man, from this fight for Zhang.
Did he not train for it? Looked like his conditioning was off. Like those are the questions I'd love to ask. Like, how was the camp? Like, did you not get the miles in? Like, how did the pandemic play a part in this? Because you've seen it time and time again in many different forms of this new bubble style boxing is affecting.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you guys had on. I think I was on for part of it, but then I signed off for my man Richard Hitchison, and he mentioned, that it was hard for him to get sparring, and it's like it's for a lot of these guys, man. It's hard with especially getting good work, because at the end of the day, if you're getting good work, 9 out of 10 times the guys that you're working with probably are going to get fights too or want to fight, and just keeping that whole COVID shit in check has been hard for some guys. So maybe that could be a reason. Again, we'd have to get Joulet back on here, man, and see what and Sean, and see what might have not happened or not been able to happen for them during that camp, or something did happen, or maybe that work that Jerry Forrest did was just too much.
I thought we had him on. And they said they had good sparring. I'm lost, man.
Doesn't Big Bang have camps over here anyway?
Yeah, no, he left China. Yeah, he's been here, bro.
He's been here.
He does everything here. Patterson, we've seen him
38 too, man. He's 38.
37. 37. Slow down.
My apologies. 37. But where do you go from here, man? Where do you go from here? Where do you really go?
Rematch. Let's get that rematch on the zone. Why not?
Man,
nobody expected you to blow out, man. You the Big Bang. You was looking at the AJs and the Furies and you couldn't blow out a dude who was, I would assume, brought in to be somebody to be a stepping stone to the next level. You understand what I'm saying? You banana peeled it, man. You slept a little.
Damn, he said slipperoo.
Let me get to this other super chat. We got Bo and Bama. Andre Ward, best 168-pound in history. Unify, move up, capture.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy, man? You kidding me or what?
I don't even know what he means. I mean, like, what do you mean? So are you saying Andre Ward's coming back to 168 to fight
Canelo and shit? Belts? That'll be the ultimate and shit. Like, yo, he would be the one to stop Canelo's conquering of the 168. The only boxer to ever do it.
Didn't that fool say he'd rather come back and fight Joshua over Canelo? Come on, that ain't gonna happen.
Oh yeah, 200-pound Andre Ward and shit.
I mean, he just saying that to see could he get a fight for a check. Because if Roy can move up from 60, he like, yo, why can't I? You know what I'm saying? He don't care if he get knocked out. You know,
I don't blame him, but I don't think he's coming back to fight Canelo.
Bro, that's a check. I mean, listen, I don't think he is until he says it, but that's another check. But we got Coach Myers who says, just talk to Cassius Chaney. He said he'll take that Forrest fight and he'll win. Y'all talking heavyweights, so you know I had to throw him in the mix. Yeah, that's a good fight. We talked about that a few seconds ago. That him and Chaney, Chaney and Forrest. That's a good fight, and easier to make than Forrest. Well, yeah, easier to make than Forrest and Mike Polite Coffee. Let's be real, because Mike Polite Coffee is with King's Promotion officially, but he's been getting fights on PBC, so you ain't gonna bite the hand that feeds you if you King's Promotions. And Jerry's with Lou.
We got another super chat from my man. What REP it or what rep it says? Billy Joe going to use the Fury glove for Canelo. Looks like it's begun.
Yo, and you know what? Let's say we see a floppy glove. Would the media jump on it then? Like the mainstream? If there's a floppy glove for Billy Joe?
Man. Does
you
see any floppiness? Look, right now I just said to myself, like, Billy Joe's gonna be, you know, the Tyson Fury to Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So, if any of that crap pops up, trust me, it's gonna be talked about. I can see it now.
Don't bring that crap up.
Oh man. Yeah, man. Egg weights and all that other stuff.
So now you saying that Billy gonna hit him with an egg weight?
I mean, I don't know, man. No, just kidding. Listen, it's all jokes aside. What we don't know is
Billy putting his hands in gasoline or kerosene and lighting them on fire too?
In petrol.
He's callousing his freaking hands and shit, using old monk techniques and shit. Look,
hey, you know them travelers got magic, so
hell yeah, and he's gonna sprinkle the dust on him like in Peaky Blinders and shit.
They saying that Mike Polite Coffee just came in at number 15 in the new WBA rankings. Let's double check that. Let's see.
The uppercut from down under and shit put him up.
That's what's up, man. It's crazy, man. Yo, this dude, I met him when he was 0-0, bro. And I teased him, yo. I teased him. Was you there the first time?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Bro. Listen, Francis. Yo, dog, we teased the shit out of him because his headgear was so big.
Big, yo. It was huge.
It was so big. I never seen that brand in my life. I still haven't seen it again. And it reminded me of the Pop Warner helmets where you know, back in the day, you had the official Pop Warner helmet. You could pump air into your shit. Yeah. Bro, that shit looked like a big-ass beach ball helmet type of weird
It was a bubble for your head.
Bro, I'm like, bro, what you doing with that big-ass head? We got to get you. Yo, it's even on my interview. I'm like, yo, we got to get you some new headgear. We both laugh. So I've been watching Mike for a minute. Yeah.
Now he uppercutting cats out his shoes and shit.
Yeah,
what you gonna say now?
I've been watching him for a minute, and bro, I'm just so excited.
Did you spar?
I never.
Never sparred him, huh?
Never. But I am this time. I'm gonna see if he give me that word. The difficulty, hopefully Jordan or Keem could be there like that. I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Work alongside him and had them recording and shit. Shh, work on my man. Mike, know what I'm saying?
And the cool thing is, man, that he'll know how to dial it down to work with you. Cause damn, getting uppercutted by that man would not be cool,
Mike
bro.
Mike hit you with the uppie like boom and
chill,
shit.
Chizzy.
Right, and his
if you're gonna spar him, Ness, just make sure you borrow that big ass helmet that he had on.
Hey, Alex, you gotta remember, Ness has that complex that he might connect a right hand on Polite might get mad.
Oh, yeah. Ness has a bad reputation of unloading on sparring partners and shit, and like knocking out the fucking bee's nest, so to speak. He hit this freaking amateur who was a pretty good amateur too. He was a champ, man. He was gonna have a champ fight.
60 amateur fights, bro.
Dude hit the dude with a left hook. That's his fave and shit. The left hook, the Andre Ward shit. Hit him with it. I swear to God, the dude eyes lit up like he was at the fucking.
He put the beats on me. He tried to put me through the ropes after that, Francis. He tried to put me through the ropes. He a little cheater, man.
Oh yeah.
You know how you keep wailing so you could fall through the ropes. You know what I'm saying?
he was trying to b-hop Ness out the ropes and shit.
Hey, yo, Alex, real quick, while we're on this topic, real quick. Did you see the footage of Ness' latest sparring?
I ain't dropped.
Yeah, I did see some of the
Or was it not a push? That's all I want to know. You're a referee. You're official. Was it a push, or was it not a push?
First of all, it wasn't a push because the dude immediately quit after that and said, he literally said, yo.
Nah, I'll tell you what I saw.
Bruh,
I saw some well placed shots at the end, and then that left hook he threw at the end. The guy tried to block it, but he was off of balance. And when Ness quote unquote pushed him, I thought that it was because the guy was, as he was falling, was trying to reach for something to grab, and Ness kind of just said,
"Bruh, it was a 1, 2, 3 at the end basically, and that third punch came more like an uppercut than a hook because of the nature of his
variation
head.
of the."
And he just fell back with it, but like it don't matter. That shit, that shit wasn't.
I mean, look, for one thing, you're not trying to help your partner up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, your opponent up. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to catch him.
I wasn't trying to do that anyway. Like, that wasn't what I was trying to do anyway. That just happened by, naturally. Like, and he the one had bad balance.
But I mean, other than that, what I saw, you know what I'm saying? I see. And who was that? Was that one of the regulars there?
Nah, that was the MMA coach. He brought his fighters to spar our guys, but I was the biggest for him.
Okay. Yeah. So he's a coach, though. He's a coach. All right. So he was throwing at you. He was making you work, but you just had the size advantage and the length on him.
He was faster than me. You seen the one I missed? The 2 shots I missed? He did them shits like. I'm like, damn.
Nah, that's good work.
I had to fall in like, hold up, where you going, little man? But anyway, we got a super chat here, I think, from
Matt Cedillo, who says, who you guys got? Chocolatito Estrada 2. It's crazy. That falls on our Border Wars event, too.
Yeah. I'm going to be forced to watch this. Y'all ain't going to believe me, but I never watched Chocolatito Estrada 1.
Nah. You capped it out.
I ain't watched that
shit. You lying, Tim.
It's not my thing. First of all, I never... like Jim Lampley and HBO turned me off to Chocolatito. You can't tell a hardcore fan like Chocolatito is pound for pound #1 when I'm literally watching the sport with y'all. So I was turned off. You know what I'm saying? I was turned off and never really gave him a chance. Then when I did watch the fight, he lost to the dude to eat rats. So it's just like I never been on. I mean,
you gotta do him like that. Like,
that's how HBO Sold them. They the ones told us that.
You could have called him a cab driver, you know what I'm saying? But he said the man who eats ratas.
I mean, because that's what he came on HBO and told us. I didn't.
Okay. I mean, if he said it, right? Shit.
Yeah, he said that shit. So I'm gonna watch this one because we gonna all be together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna watch this one with y'all, and this is the only main event so far for the 13th.
I got
other than Keem and Marvin.
Yeah, you got Estrada more. Why? You don't believe in Chocolatito no more?
Man, I mean,
he finished.
He's damn near 55, isn't he?
Yeah, he older, man.
Yeah,
bro, my man been.
It's gonna be a good fight either way, but just because that's just what those young, small, light guys do. They're crazy, but Estrada's gonna take this. I believe so.
He better. You know.
That's a. Man, I don't know. I gotta see some more, man, because I'm not sure about that fight. And the second fight, because that style, man, that Mexican style, it's something to see. And what's his name there? Chocolatito's lost a step or two in terms of his activity. So I just want to see, man. I just want to see how he looks, because again, with the pandemic and the whole preparation, I'd like to see how these fighters look before I make my pick.
But Chocolatito's still a legend, so no matter what happens,
nonetheless.
He's a great fighter.
Estrada. I mean, look, man, it's gonna be a good fight. I know little guys don't get too much credit. I know Mario's usually on here, campaigning, sticking up for the lower weight classes. But we'll get to see some good.
Mario's actually never on here. Every time we talk little guys, it's like he's missing.
He ain't here to defend and shit. And who the hell did Estrada fight last anyway?
Listen, Mario ain't here to defend. Moving on to Bo and Bama.
Hit him with it.
Bo and Bama says, Andre Ward won multiple belts at 68, moved up and won 3 at 175. What other 68-pounder done that? Andre, the best 168. I mean,
no comment.
Okay, I mean, Canelo won multiple belts at 54, moved up, won multiple belts at 60, moved up, won multiple belts at 68, moved up, won a belt at 75. I mean, tell me, what Mexican has done that?
Damn. Look, man, he's doing his thing.
My man unified 54 to 68. He literally already unified 68. It's already over. His WBC and the WBA, that's a unification. Then he got the ring on top of that. But he's going to further unify now with Billy Joe. Then when he fought Golovkin, that was unification. Then he fought Jacobs. That was another unification in the same division. You know what I'm saying? At 54, he unified as well with Trout, was it? Right? WBC? No?
Check it.
Not Trout. Laura? Okay. It's either Laura or Liam. Somebody.
Laura, but yeah.
So no talking more about Chocolatito. Say no, just kidding. Look, they have a common opponent in Carlos Cuadra. I mean.
Yeah.
That was a good crazy fight. I did see that Cuadras fight with Estrada, that first one.
But Estrada took Cuadras out. He TKO'd him. So
Cuadras is a great fighter. Great fighter.
It is much later though. So
Very
depends
much.
on.
Bro,
and what? 2 weight classes different. The first time they fought, wasn't it 108?
Yeah.
Now we're at 115. They both got belts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, first fight was a decision. I think, like I said, I think just
hopefully he got a breath of fresh air, man. Hopefully he got a new life in his career, because Chocolatito, them little ways don't get to make that bread like that, and then
Yo, Nicaragua, they were the first ones to throw boxing matches through.
Yeah, I remember we covered that Nicaraguan show that he went to. That was dope.
It was straight spraying people like. Crazy where we come to, man. I mean, when Eddie said it last night, I was like, man, he right. What they did, during these times, it made it seem normal again.
Yo, that shit was funny as hell. Everybody was wearing masks at the post fight on the ring, except Canelo, Eddie, and Chris Mannix. It's like, yo, what's the point then?
It's done. By then, it was like whatever.
Well, even the Parker fight, everybody was at like dinner tables, hanging out, no masks, cheering champagne.
True.
You know, it was so
Joseph Parker shit, right?
It was normal for a second. I felt normal for just 1 minute.
You heard the announcement, though, right? The announcement, they said at 6 a.m. they were going on lockdown for the next 2 months. So they're like, let's enjoy tonight. Let's party tonight, because in the morning, we done.
Damn.
Man, New Zealanders, they ain't letting nobody in. Nobody out, nobody in.
They're an island anyway, no, right? Or am I wrong in that? New Zealand? Yeah, it is an island. Shit's crazy.
Oh, your geography.
Yes, sir. Greenland, but it's not green. It's a lot of snow out there. Crazy. Huh?
Iceland is not Iceland, it's a lot of green.
There you go. So you know the reverse. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I don't remember that. See?
No, got another super chat?
Do we have another super chat? I don't think so. But Joseph Parker, we got a hold of that. You know, we did I think we covered it. I didn't see the Anthony Durrell fight with Kyron Davis. Any of you guys?
That back? No, I gotta watch that back.
I'm gonna go back and watch it too. I'm interested in seeing how Kyron Davis did in that. He did move up. That said, 2 weight classes, some shit, or a weight.
Oh man,
and he got a draw. You know
that fight. God is tears.
Anthony's a dog, so yeah, I'm gonna have
yeah.
I'm gonna have to see what you know how that went. Did he get tired? What was it? I don't know.
Well, me and Ness did a show and Sugar Hill jumped in the other night. Sounded like they were partying and having a good time.
True.
Maybe they
You're
were
right.
partying too much.
Damn, I forgot about that. I did tune in and listen to y'all when he was cooling at the spot.
No comment.
So yeah, I mean, look, see what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't know, but we know speculation.
Hey yo, real quick. I have to put that on the hook for a second. Did y'all see? Yo, Ness, did y'all see the 2 dudes that was hijacking Canelo's post-fight interview and how he handled it?
Oh shit, bro!
Get the F out the ring, he said. Quick.
He was mad as hell.
Yo, get the fuck out! Yo,
he was like,
see that? The 2 dudes that tried to hijack Canelo's post-fight.
Yeah. He got them jokers the fuck
hit them
out
like
of
a real OG. He looked over his shoulder. Nobody else seen. It's just crazy. That's how you know he's on it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like his whole team was there. Nobody seen that shit but him.
That show his professionalism, and I was talking about it this morning. Jerry Ayala wasn't even talking into the mic. He had 2 masks on, shit sound all muffled and shit. And that's your man and shit from Canada and shit coming over here fucking up Canelo post fights.
You see what Canelo did though?
He put that mic all in his face. He was like,
no, he hit that nigga's arm like, get that shit up, bro.
Yeah. Yo, I was dying. Yo, me and my girl looked at each other like, oh shit.
Canelo was on his
he was on boss mode.
How do you see the dude over his shoulder though? How do you see the 2 dudes up?
TV.
I don't know why. The dude was puffing his shirt.
Nah, listen. Canelo seen it on the screen because the dude behind Canelo lifting his shirt up and jumping so it could be seen. And Canelo seen it on the screen, turned around like, get your dumb ass the fuck out of here, man. Yo.
What was on that shirt anyway that was so important to be on camera?
It's Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. They were promoting.
Yo, and they should have got locked up like the Fan Man. You can't just run on the fucking ring and do that shit. Hey yo, and what's funny is
media passes, man.
Huh?
They probably had media passes, man, because they was in the ring from the fight.
They were following Canelo around all week.
Oh, there you go.
They were following Canelo around all week, and I only know this because of that bonehead with the yellow notebook pages. He rests his camera on that,
right?
And I recognized that in the ring, and I was like, oh, I thought he was part of Canelo's team, but the way he treated him, I guess he wasn't.
He was like, fucker.
That night. Yeah, he spoke English that night. He looked over like, get the fuck, you fucker.
He's like, get out. He's a motherfucker. I thought he was going to hit one of them.
Canelo was like Martin Scorsese directing that whole show last night.
Whole show. Everything. Involving everything when he came in the ring.
I got to go back and see that. I didn't see when he smacked the mic up to his.
What?
Oh, he smacked.
Yo, that shit literally made the noise like. Cause it hit his face.
You know what's so funny about it? It's the reaction of the dude. Like he was shocked Canelo did that. Like he had the stuck face. Like the.
That's what I seen him like that, but I thought it was. now I remember. Yo, it sounded
because
like
it's like, yo, take some fucking pride, bro. You trans. Exactly,
God.
that's how it sounded. But he need to take some pride. You like translate him for the pound for pound king. You know what I'm saying? And you he always do a bad job anyway. I promise you, he always do a bad job. Yesterday he was actually pretty accurate, and it's probably because Canelo was on his ass. You know what I'm saying? No homo, but like for real,
he's gotten a little bit better.
He has. He probably heard the criticism.
But a few fights back, we talked about it. We were like, yo, he did not just say that. Like
he's got to go back. He's got to go back to that old Cougar that he had a couple fights ago, or maybe the Callum Smith fight. That old translator, that Cougar.
First of all, he shouldn't even be there if he's that paranoid. He had 2 masks on, and you literally only being
he
hired.
really had 2 masks on this.
Hold on.
The reason why he had on 2 masks is because the construction one is terrible. Like the white cloth one, you know, that construction. So they put black one over it to try to, like, you know what I mean?
That was crazy.
I don't want to hear that shit. I'm hiring you for your voice.
Should have been enough, bro.
I'm hiring you for your voice. We ain't hiring you for your looks. We ain't hiring you for your height. We hiring you to literally use your voice to translate everything that man is saying. Meaning, you ain't important. You only as important as getting those words right. What the fuck you got 2 masks on? Call out. Call out if you paranoid. Call out and we replace you, man. Come on.
And while we're on this whole mask thing, I know it's great to be safe and all that, but can we get the guys in the front row that clean the ring in between fights? Do they have to be in hazmat suits? Can they just wear a t-shirt?
Yo, that's so true.
I mean, you see the audience, everybody's dressed up, they're beautiful. Then you got 5 guys there with a hazmat suit looking ridiculous.
The German ring, man, to make sure the ring's all good, man.
I figure since they're cleaning the areas, maybe they want to be protecting themselves more than the average person. But it did seem a little crazy.
Man.
You couldn't have put them in the front row.
Bro, I'm with you, Moore's house. I'm telling you, and I ain't even talking about live on telecast. I ain't even seen it. I seen here in Orlando.
Oh, it's brutal.
Here in Orlando, everybody's chilling, right? And then these dudes just running around with the whole white paper suit on, even the booties on their feet and everything. But you got a fitted cap under it, and the bill coming out the hood of that shit. Like, man, get your ass out of here, man.
For the cam.
The guy with the whole paper suit and the mask on, and he ain't had no gloves. I'm like, so you got the whole suit and the mask,
no gloves,
but you wiping the ring with no gloves and shit. Man, man, it was crazy, man. It's funny. It's funny though. It's funny. But listen, man, we should probably open up these phone lines. I don't really know. We leaving out Tyrone Davis and Anthony Durrell. I went back and watched it. He did better than what I expected, man. I don't want to say that he deserved the win because y'all know I was invested. So I seen things that probably you would say, nah, that ain't really happened. You giving him that round, or you being too generous or too nice, et cetera, et cetera. But he looked good, man. I cannot fucking believe my man was like rolling punches and countering back with the right. He was combination punching. I mean,
how many weight divisions did he go up?
2,
I thought
man.
it was 2, right?
Up 2 divisions, man, from 54 to 68, man. First time and faced a former world champ. I can't believe what I had saw. Honestly, that shit.
I watched the replay of that fight. The Nessa's homeboy, the one that came up 2 weights. He actually looked pretty filled out and pretty good at that weight. Yeah, I was kind of shocked.
Yeah. I mean, it looked like it turned out good for him. I mean, he went up against a guy that he probably was. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, like, that's the best performance of his career, I think.
Like, it's a good look. It's a good look for him against a guy like Anthony Durrell. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna be talking about him now.
Durrell's on a decline, man. I mean, I wonder if Caleb Plant can put him away if they still give him the Plant fight. Because, I mean, now, you know, you had this tough fight with Yildirim. You take 2 years off. You come back. Now you in this fight that's questionable with Kyrone Davis. A guy moved up. I mean,
you want to talk about? I know we might have went over a little bit earlier in the morning about the telecast and Ryan Garcia. You know, our bros Akbarak, and you know, shout out to Kate Abdu too. Did a wonderful job for the telecast. But what did you guys want to hear, and what didn't you get to hear? You know, them speaking. You know, them having Ryan up there. And,
I mean, the obvious is no mention of Devin and Ryan, 2 guys on the same network, a big fight that could be made at 35, and it's also Ryan's mandatory. Every champion, look at Earl. He waited for his mandatory position, and he didn't want to be detracted or go any other way. He wanted to stay on that direction. Like, that's it, though. I mean, I think they did a great job. You know what I'm saying? They all have very good chemistry. I love watching them. And I was happy to watch him. I think that the weird one was Ryan. Does anybody remember the fake Spanish? He said he literally, they said, you don't speak Spanish. He was like, what? Yes, I do.
That's why I said earlier, Ness, that he was a little too loose, man, for me personally.
He literally, Doomy, he literally, I can't remember the word because it was last night, but he literally said a word in English and another word like partially in Spanish and called it Spanish. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
damn, he was sounding like our good friend Mario for a second.
No, I think it might have been a little worse.
It is what it is. I just, they were hanging out, chilling. I thought it was all right. I know some people had some I guess qualms with not him mentioning Devin and a couple of other guys. I know they have a problem with him mentioning Tank, knowing that fight's not going to happen, right, in the near future. So, I mean, it was all about Canelo anyway, right? It was a Canelo night. And he had a couple of insights on Canelo. They asked him about, what kind of fighter Canelo was and why that confidence and that when you step in the ring with Canelo, man, is that energy, right? We talk about that sometimes in the gym, when we're sparring and, how to just put pressure on your guy just with energy and presence. And some guys have it a lot more than others. Some guys are just so comfortable in the pocket or punches coming at them that it's almost mentally debilitating to some. It's like, shit, man, this guy's just in my face. Anything I throw at him is being deflected and parried, and I'm getting hit back. And he gave us an insight on the stuff that he does in the gym. I think Ryan, though, man, he's very cocky right now. I'm not gonna lie. I keep saying to Trevante and 2, and I give him mad flowers, for his thing in camp. But I know Bill feels a little different about that. This morning he was saying that, well, Campbell, what about that? Anybody can, he's been knocked down and stuff like that. So I give him more credit than Bill does for the Campbell fight. And but I think that he's really high on that. There's still a lot of more work to be done. A lot more work.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Ryan is just trying to get whatever he can negotiate, man. He knows, like, let's go off of what Bill said, like he got put down, So it's just like, do you want to lose to Pacquiao, Tank, Tio, Loma, like, cause I mean, I don't know who's got like I don't have him as a favorite in the Pac fight. I don't have him a favorite in the Tank fight. I don't have him a favorite in the Tio fight. I don't have him a favorite in the Devin fight.
I don't have him a favorite in the Loma fight.
Oh yeah, I forgot Loma. So
you know what I'm saying.
So that's
everybody's forgetting Loma. I mean, the guy. Did you say you don't? He got beat by a great Teofimo Lopez on the night.
You don't got Devin.
Lomachenko is not trash, man.
You don't got Devin against Loma. You don't got You don't got Loma against Devin. You got Loma against Devin. Is that what you're saying?
No,
I'm saying I don't think Ryan beats Lomachenko.
No.
Yeah, and we're all just forgetting about Lomachenko. Yeah, he's disappeared and we haven't heard from him, but I mean, he's not just washed up trash. I mean, he can still fight at 35 and give a lot of people problems. And if he goes down to 130, well, forget about it. I think he swipes up the division right now.
I mean, I would just like for him to come back and, fight, at least, be out here. I mean, he on his, him and Wilder, they kind of doing the same thing right now. They laying low, so we just got to wait. But let's get to these phone calls, man. We're going to open up these lines and get to the people. You know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5240. Press 1 one time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline.
Hey, yeah. And before you do that, man, while y'all at it, man, public service announcement, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Over 380 plus of us in here. And yeah, man, there's only 173 thumbs up. Let's go get that thumbs up button up to a round number of 200, if not 250. There's enough of y'all in here to do that. Also, while you're at it, smash that red and white button that says subscribe and the blue one that says join if you want to be a part of everything we're doing over here at TV. We appreciate you. We thank you. Let's get out to the callers.
Let's go.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Hello.
I mean, going once. If you on Blog Talk, don't forget to press 1 and let us know that you want to rock out. We're going out to Cincinnati.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Before you do that, make sure I get my 2 servings of crow before y'all start handing out the crow. I need one for Bang for not getting the knockout and Darrell for not getting the knockout.
Damn, you picked knockout over my man? No respect for your co-host and the fact that, like, he knew the kid.
It's not even that you knew the kid. It's the fact that Darrell was coming off a devastating knockout loss to David Benavidez, and getting a fighter who was coming up a division. I felt like being a being a decent puncher, he would get him out of there. But you know what I mean? I was wrong. Still got to go back and watch the fight to see exactly what happened to even get a draw. Come on, man.
Yo,
shout out to Tyrone Davis, man. He took an opportunity and he made the most of it.
Brandon.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up for back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pitch and let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, what's good?
What up?
Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Your shit sound kind of muffled on my end, but I'm gonna go ahead and rock. Hey, like we spoke earlier, man, Canelo did what he was supposed to do. He did his thing, got his guy up out of there. Nobody was surprised with this outcome. I'm excited for the Billy Joe fight. Ness, you called me a hater earlier. I wasn't hating on the ring walk. Somebody said it was the greatest ring walk ever, and I just disagree with that. My favorite ring walk was still Corey Spinks when he came out with Nelly in the Zab Judah rematch. That shit was lit. But yeah, man, he brought stars out, did his thing. And yeah, man, Canelo is Canelo. Canelo, he the guy right now. So shout out to him. Shout out to Jerry Forrest for weathering the storm. Coming back, he showed that heart, man. I don't know if y'all watch football, but go watch the movie Rudy. He had that heart like Rudy, man. Just didn't want to quit, didn't give up. And I scored in the draw as well. I think the point they took away from Jalal Zhang made it a draw. They don't take that point away. I think Jalal Zhang wins about like a point. So, for once the judges got it right. So I was cool with that. Then watched Jarrell and Tyrone. Let's just be real. Canelo was fighting. If you watch that shit, you a real boxing fan. I ain't gonna lie, because I wasn't watching that garbage.
You could have went back and watched it, man.
I'm not watching that garbage, man. PBC better give us some better shit than that. I'm holding them accountable.
Yo, that man showed out, though. See, you missed out on watching a kid, develop right in front of your eyes, man. He jumped up 2 divisions and had a great fight with a former world champ that people thought he won.
Well, that's too bad. That's too bad, man. I've never been a big Anthony Darrell fan. I was always a big Andre fan. Andre had the skills. Darrell had the heart, I guess, and a little power, but I always thought Andre was the better of the two. Junior Fon Parker was dog shit. It was a clinch fest. Parker tried to bang, but I wanted to hold every time. Parker got on the inside, so I thought that was the right score. I thought the scores were a little wide, but I think like 117, 111, or 116, 112 was fair. I didn't see anything special with Fa. Now, the question I got for you guys is, man, the way Eddie treating Canelo, the way Dazn treating him, man, do y'all think he will go to Fox after this fight? I mean, they got the theatrics. They got the bad ring chicks. PBC don't even got ring girls, bro. Why you going to get Canelo over there, man? I don't think he's leaving Canelo. I don't think he's leaving, man. I think planning Charlo going to have to come to Dazn if they want that fight. For real. They treat him too good, man. I don't know.
They dabbing him up every other second.
Man, they showing him crazy love, bro. I don't think he's going to Fox, man. I find it hard to believe. I know y'all want to believe that Al is the fairy godfather, but shit, he ain't doing that. I don't know, man. So that's what I want to know. What y'all think about that? Because I don't see Canelo leaving the zone and match room.
Yeah, man.
I think he does,
the
man.
The issue with your theory is that he only got a 2-fight deal. And after Billy Joe, it is over. They have to re-up. And it's all that treating me nice, that's good. But at the end of the day, it's money.
You need to put some respect in the check.
Yeah.
What they're going to do is Canelo's going to end up staying with his own, and they're going to overpay for Plant. And if it's a stalemate, then eventually Canelo will tell Eddie, hey, I got to go get this last belt.
Plant can't go over there.
You talking about overpay to bring Plant?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say no.
Just to get him off PBC. But I think if Al and Caleb Plant play hardball, Canelo will turn to Eddie and be like, hey, I got to go get this last belt. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be the only undisputed Mexican champion. I'm trying to be the only undisputed 168-pound champion. I got to do this one fight at PBC. I think that's what end up happening.
I mean, after the second fight, if he's not tied to the zone, he's a free agent. He can do whatever he wants. And even if Al wanted to, he could get all that glitz and glamour into a stadium.
Absolutely.
It's just nothing. Listen, my man's been in entertainment for forever.
But like I said,
right.
Eddie and Canelo got this big Mexico deal coming through the pipeline. So I don't know.
Oh, you mean with Eddie?
With Eddie, like they're gonna have there's a separate Mexican deal that they were talking about this week, but I still think
Billy?
that Eddie.
When is Billy's fight scheduled for?
May 8th.
May 8th. Yeah, that's the Cinco de Mayo one.
Yeah, and then after that, he's gonna fight Caleb Plant in September, but his contract with the Zone will be up. So what I'm thinking is that since Eddie and Canelo is gonna have this partnership with this new thing in Mexico, that he's gonna be around Eddie and. Like, Eddie's going to be involved, but I think if it comes down to it, Canelo will look at Eddie and say, hey, my goal was this last belt. I have to go to PBC and get this last belt.
Yeah, no, he's going to want to do that. And who do they have for Canelo after Billy Joe on that side of the fence? Who does he fight? He has to go to
Triple
PBC.
G comes up to 168 and DAZN get what they want. That's the only thing.
That's no belt. Only way they getting that is if they pay out the wazoo, because he said it already. Like, Triple G hasn't done anything to deserve this fight. My goal is 168 undisputed. You know what I'm saying? If the money's right, then. So if the zone gets him not to go to undisputed, it's because they paying for that. They gonna pay for Triple G to
No. I'm saying Triple G after Plant. After Canelo, if Canelo runs through the whole division, Doomy just said, well, who do they got after Billy Joe? Well, really, they ain't got nobody at 168 for Canelo. So Triple G would have to jump up to 168 and have that trilogy that the Zone's been wanting since they signed both guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to have to pay for that. They're going to have to pay to make him fight. Not make him, but to convince him.
Make it juicy, you know what I mean?
To convince him to fight at that weight.
Like, guys, do we want Triple G Canelo 3?
Not me, but I seen people on Twitter talking about it, so, whatever. Listen, I seen people saying things like...
I want a final answer to it. I want a final
and that's
answer.
the thing. And that's the thing, Dave. Like it's crazy to me that you guys are still out here capping like, oh, he's the only one that touched him like that. Like, is he gonna do that now? Like, are we not looking at Triple G? He's not even the same version. I would rather Andre or a Charlo get that to make them credible. If Canelo goes out and beats Triple G and retires him, now what are those guys gonna do?
Yeah, I think that side of the fence, and I mean Triple G's side, they're gonna be very careful. I guess that is an investment, and if you get, beat the hell out of one more time, yeah, where do you go from there, right? Where do you go from there? Canelo's not going down to 160 right now.
What do you mean beat the hell out of one more time? You think it was the second fight was that lopsided?
Second fight was not lopsided. Second fight, I gave it to Canelo 100%.
I gave Canelo the second fight. The first fight.
No, I got Canelo.
So I think there needs to be a definitive answer. Even if Canelo comes out and wipes the floor with him in 2 rounds, at least we have a definitive answer. And the zone would want Triple G and Canelo trilogy over Andre.
You know what it is?
That's what we're asking for, Wilder and Fury.
Your eyes couldn't believe what Canelo was doing to Triple G. That's why we needed to see it a second time. Because you couldn't believe that he was taking these shots from the monster Triple G who knocks people out. He was taking all them big shots and was rolling with him, and he wasn't flinching, and he was dogging him back. So we knew Canelo was a bad boy, but we knew GGG is a monster. So to see him perform like that, we have to rub our eyes, and we got to check again. We got to watch it again. And the second time you seen it, you're like, okay, I know what I seen the first time because I'm seeing it the second time.
Yo, but like being totally honest though, like, Triple G was the guy that gave him the most comp. Like I don't know who else you guys could tell me like in the recent, right? Because obviously we go back.
The only reason why people are so bad on the trilogy is because they seen Triple G fight after Canelo. They saw him fight Rolls. They saw him fight Derevyanchenko. But then you look at Canelo. I mean, yeah, he fought Callum Smith and
Kovalev. Triple G ain't beating no fucking Kovalev.
Yeah,
come on, Kovalev now. That Kovalev that fought Canelo, Triple G's beating him.
Man, it's so funny, man. Oh, yeah, he's beating him, but he ain't never moved up his whole fucking career. Canelo got to do everything for everybody. It's like, it's hilarious.
I'm calling for Triple G to move up to 168 from 160 to get that third fight.
Wait a minute. What happens if that does happen, though? Now he has to fight 168. Can Gennady Golovkin by any means right now move up to 168 and score a belt to try to stop the Canelo conquer train or whatnot? Is there anywhere where he?
Hell no. I mean, he could go fight Caleb Plant, but he's gonna be on another network. That's the only way to stop it. It ain't like DAZN is so invested in Golovkin and believe in his old ass that they can like, yeah, let's give you money to bring Caleb over here to get that last belt so that you and Canelo's for all. Man, hell no. They don't believe he's going to win.
Caleb Plant knows he's got the big Canelo payday coming in September. So he ain't going to fight anybody with a pulse.
They don't even believe he's going to beat Andre. That's why they don't give him Andre.
Man, that would have been a good thing for Triple G, being because I would like to fight again. I would. I would, and that's why I asked you guys.
I'll take it only to continue to put big names on my favorite fighter's resume. But we all know he gonna knock out Triple G, man. Triple G's old right now. I don't get y'all. It's not.
You don't feel like he showed some different wrinkles in the game when this last fight he had.
Who?
Triple G. Getting hit less, moving. Pivoting. I saw some different things.
Who he fought?
What's your man's name? Kesma or
Sedimenta?
It wasn't Sedimenta?
Man, you tripping, man. I ain't even watched that shit, man.
All I know, the book should not be closed because it's not a definite answer. Everybody thinks Triple G won the first fight. Everybody thinks Canelo won the second fight. We should get closure to the book.
You funny, but I love it. Go ahead and cat for your man so Canelo can put him in a box, man.
Hey, and if he does, I love it. Just the same.
When he does, you and others are gonna later forget what I said today and be like, "Yo, he was old, but he was old when he knocked out Triple G. Golovkin was 38. Golovkin was
Don't put me in
38.
that box. Don't put me in that box. That ain't my man. I just like to see the fight.
No comment.
Canelo versus Triple G is a better
He
fight
don't-
than
listen.
Callum Smith and Canelo, and
Listen,
a better
Triple
fight than
G-
Yildirim versus Canelo.
Triple G,
hell yeah.
Triple G doesn't deserve the fight. He deserves it less at this point after having 24 rounds with Canelo and doing nothing, absolutely nothing after. Literally,
Triple G Charlo, what's up?
Literally just waiting for Canelo to pick you. Since then,
That is a
he
good
don't
one.
he don't deserve it. He don't deserve it, man. He don't deserve it. Charlo and Andre deserve it more. He had a turn. He must do something to get the fight. Not surely based off some shit that was like 5 years ago, man. That's corny as hell, man.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that that's what DAZN is gonna want. And Doomy asked, what does DAZN have left for Canelo? That's why I threw out the Triple G3. I'd rather see Canelo fight other people right now, but what does DAZN have for Canelo after Billy Joe Saunders? And the Caleb Plant fight
They ain't
is what
got
I'm saying.
nothing. They ain't got nothing for him. That's why he only did 2 fights. Because until you can materialize something, you can produce. I'm not signing multiple fights. And that's what I'm trying to explain to Brandon. Ain't nobody, he talking about, oh, it's going to be hard. Why is it going to be hard? It's a 2-fight deal. Can you produce Plant? Oh, Eddie, you want me to stay? DAZN want me to stay? Go get Plant.
I need that.
You got X amount of days to bring Plant. Oh, you couldn't bring him? We out.
We gone.
I'm
Yep.
gonna send my peoples now to call Plant and find out what we can do. It's that simple. But let me get to some callers. I got Seattle, Washington zone.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingWords.com. I'm the finest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, shout out to Canelo for getting that win. I kind of expected it. It was kind of embarrassing to see Yildirim. I think his name was Yildirim. Just quit like that, you know. It's such a big fight with so much money on the line. Dude got paid like $2.5 million to just basically quit. I think he's gonna have problems against Billy Joe, like I told you, Ness. That jab, and he's good on the back foot. It'll probably be his biggest fight since Triple G. He didn't really dominate Triple G. I don't think he'll knock him out.
We slipping that jab, man. We slipping that jab.
Yeah, but Kovalev's jab, Canelo
That's talking like he on the team.
It's all good. I'm not hating against Dude, but you know, finally we get to see. And even if he does beat Billy Joe, Demetrius Andrade should be after, right?
Help me write a list, Doomy. Put him down for picking Billy Joe.
Put Moore's house down for Billy
Hold on,
Joe.
but you cut my call off.
I don't want
I think
anybody
Demetrius
to forget
Andrade's
what
right
they
after, and he should get the opportunity if Billy Joe fails, which I don't see Billy Joe failing. If he gets underneath Canelo's skin, I mean, you can embarrass somebody who can't speak English a little bit of English. I mean, they're gonna want to rebuttal. So, and Billy Joe knows how to do that. That's my call.
Hey, man, I hope he know how to fight as good as he could talk, man, because that's what it's going to take to beat Canelo. You know, that's just the bottom line. All you dudes wishing. That's why I want a list, Doomy, because all these dudes wishing, and then as soon as he beat him, he beat another he's the pound-for-pound king of the UK bums. That's what they going to say.
I got him down already. I got 2 down. Billy Joe for the win, Mr. PBC and Morehouse. So,
hey, Ness, I got a question real quick. If the zone cannot deliver Caleb Plant, does PBC allow Canelo to come over and fight Caleb Plant on a one-off, or do you think they try to get him that multi-fight deal?
Why not? But ain't nothing wrong with trying to get. I said this before. Plant in September, Charlo in December. Plant in September, Benavidez in December. Plant in September, Earl Spence in December. Earl Spence Cinco de Mayo. Like, they can definitely. Yo, listen.
There's definitely more options at the PBC side.
Al need to sit down and be like, look, you just want Plant? Because we got Earl. We could do Earl in May. You want to set that up now too? Oh, you want what? You want Benavidez? We could do that in December. What? That's too soon. What? You want January? Oh, you don't want Benavidez? Okay. What else do we got? You know what I'm saying?
You think they try to reach out and give him that Floyd Mayweather 2% contract?
What you mean 2%?
The rumor has it is that Al gave Floyd all this money and only took the 2% from all of his earnings out of that contract.
I mean, I don't know if he done that. I mean, I'm sure. I don't know what it's gonna take to get Canelo, but I'm sure Al is capable of doing.
They definitely got the fighters. They definitely got the fighters.
I mean, do they though? Like what they got? Like, look, we trying to do 2-fight deals. All we can offer him is Plant Charlo, Plant Benavidez. What else is out there? Plant Earl. What else? What else we got for him?
Plant Earl.
I mean, not Plant Earl. Canelo Earl.
Canelo Earl. Yeah.
It's Canelo versus PBC. So what they got? Like Al sits down, says, "Look." Oh, he's like, nah, Al, I just want a 1-fight deal. Al's like, no, we could do Plant and Charlo. No, I don't want Charlo. Plant and Earl. No, I don't want Earl. So what else, guys?
It could be all three. Yeah, sign a 3-fight deal.
But he don't want Earl. He don't want Charlo. What else? Who's at 175?
Well, if he don't want him, then he ain't gonna fight anybody, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if he don't want the fights, then you can't offer him nothing anyway.
No, I'm just saying. Earl is a fight that is even if Canelo's dead, Earl needs to, build into that fight. But what about there's nothing else. I can't even think anything else other than those three. What you got?
His belt run is what I mean. The guys with belts on the PBC side is Plant and Charlo, right?
Yeah.
And so that's it. That's all he would want to go out there for. I mean, 3-fight, 1-fight, 1-off, or 2. But if the belts are over there, you can guarantee he's going to take those 2. So we got those 2 on that side. So then after that, where does Canelo go now?
He could go to John Pascal route and get those regulars from Pascal. Pascal got like a silver, but the BC and the WBA regular.
Does it matter? Does
75?
Does that stop his unification? If he doesn't get those belts?
What? Stop. Which unification?
Well, if Canelo wants to be undisputed, Nah.
I mean, Plant is the last fight.
He's the last one. That's the last belt.
Yeah, and then that's what I'm saying. What does Heyman have to offer him to keep him for longer than 1 fight? He only needs 1 fight with Plant to be undisputed. But let me get to some callers. We got James. What up? On Skype. Talk to me.
Yo,
you.
Good evening, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, and yourself?
Doing well. All right, first off, man, I want to start off saying, man, nobody wants to see no Triple G and Canelo, man, again. Triple G, he'll get washed pretty much if he was to go ahead and step up and try to do that fight again. And it adds no value to Canelo's legacy. Onto the PBC card, man. I felt like I was probably the only one that was watching that Darrell and Davis fight live. And I had Darrell winning. I had Darrell winning. I had Darrell 7-5, man, in that fight. He was placing some good shots. I didn't feel that he was completely washed up, but I don't feel like he's on the level of, I feel like some of his glory days are behind him, but I still think he's a B+ fighter. With that being said,
so you interested in watching Kyrone again or what?
Kyrone, man, he impressed the hell out of me, man. He was good on his feet for at least the first four rounds, and then he started sitting on his punches after that. And then it was a lot of that fight was in the telephone booth, and I didn't think he was gonna be able to handle that shit like that. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to seeing how this change in his career turns out going forward. But I think he must have had a hell of a training camp to be able to compete with a world champion like this. And I salute him for that performance.
That's what's up. Anything else?
Gotta go back and see that one, man, for real.
Nah, I don't have anything else, man. Everybody that's ear hustling the show, they need to smash the like button. And thank you for the content as always, man.
Never mind that, dog. I'll be right back tomorrow morning to get you through your day at work. LV Slugger, talk to us.
TBV, fellas, what up?
What's happening?
All right, man, good show, good little weekend of boxing, man. Canelo did his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? He got him up out of there. I like the little performance too, man. I don't know what Buddy was saying though, but I like the little theatrics and shit how they did it. You know, Canelo. I feel like Canelo finally starting to, become that star. Like, I mean, he already was a star, but just, he taking control of his career. You know what I'm saying? Just getting to that status, following that Floyd Mayweather blueprint. But yeah, man. But to say that performance was better than the Eubank win over him is kind of a stretch though to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Eubank didn't get hit a whole lot more. That's what you're telling me.
No, he did. Yeah, I give you that. But the KO is always gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was. He slept him. Like he wasn't no.
Listen, remember that Loma was making dudes quit too, man. And it was good for him. He was making dudes quit. That's what Canelo did, man. Them body shots made that dude not want to come back out.
I don't think he quit. I think his corner quit. Like his corner stopped that fight.
Well, his corner only stopped it because they kept asking him, "Are you all right? You got to talk to me, answer me." And like he didn't want to answer. They're like, "All right, you basically know as a trainer what your fighter's telling you when he ain't telling you nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop this motherfucking fight. Save me, please."
Yeah. He beat his ass though, but I just think the Eubank win was more impressive. Just going how he did it, how he hit his ass and stood over him. Like that shit was fire. I just like that, you know what I'm saying? But nah, Canelo outboxed him, sweet science, it did what he had to do, get him up out of there. But what I'm about to say, I forgot damn what up. I forgot. Oh, Ryan, on the Ryan thing, I wanted to get on that. Like, I'm a big fan of Ryan, man. Like, he good for the sport. We need him. You know what I'm saying, to help the sport to get to where it's at. But at the same time, man, when they kept asking questions about Canelo, it seemed like he was trying to throw his name in it, like he was on the same level as Canelo. Like
I noticed that. When they was talking about the left hook, did you know that? I thought Bill caught on to that this morning. I was trying to tell Bill. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Like, bro, you got to accomplish something before you just compare yourself to a Canelo. Like, you got a long way to go to even put your name in the same sentence as a Canelo, man. Like, the Campbell win, good. That's your huge win. You know what I'm saying? You did what you had to do, but you still got some work to do, man. So stop trying to compare yourself to Canelo, man. You got some work to do. Go get your man, though. Go get your duck.
He's sparring him now. He's sparring him. He working alongside him. Yo, that shit adds confidence. I told y'all, man. I told y'all.
Getting better fighting Canelo, being in camp with Canelo and stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure he getting better, but like I said, just accomplish more before you just put yourself on the same level as a Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Like Canelo and Bill.
Hawk, Maryland, talk to me.
Yo, what's up, fellas?
What up?
Ain't too much. Hey, yeah, it was a good night of boxing. I checked out the Darrell fight. Darrell struggled. He looked like he's getting old to me, just be honest. He was a hell of a dude at one time. He looked like he's getting old. And then the dude he was fighting actually looked like he came to do the work. And Canelo did what he, like I said the other day, he destroys dudes, man. That dude ain't want to come back out. He ain't want to come back out. And as far as the argument, as far as I'm concerned, even with Charlo, these Triple G and Charlo at 160, right? So they would have to get fights, because they're not going to just come up and get at Canelo. So we're looking at 2020, 2021, 22, before they really even in the conversation. But that heavyweight fight was good. My man just should have went to the body a little more. He would have really took him out. And that one more thing, that the Poncho dude, that was a good fight. The dude's like 6'3" and 6'4", fighting at 168, I think.
Pacheco.
160, I believe. Pacheco, yes. Yeah, that was a good fight, too. His dance partner actually came to win, too. So that was a good night of boxing. But Canelo just impressed me. He wipes the dudes out. Like, you really don't even hear people, they be pressed to get a fight with him, but you really never hear people pressing for a rematch. He beats them up so bad, bro. But anyway, good show and a good weekend of boxing, bro.
Yes, sir. We got some real fans calling in, man. They calling it a good weekend of boxing. I love it. But that's what it is when
Let's
you
go,
get
champ.
when you
You
get a
feel me?
Canelo show, man. A Canelo show, it's a show, man.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Info Joe in the building. What's up, gentlemen?
What up?
What's up, champ? Joe.
What's up to the whole TBF community, the whole panel? What's cracking? Hey, first things first, champ. A special shout out, man, to Christian Cameo, the MVP of the month. He picks the most fights this month with 17 fights. So shout out to that brother. Next, can you give him a few bells and whistles for the MVP of the month?
Dang, Camillo, I've been knowing for a while. Remember you met him in the Vegas appreciation night. He was there, right?
Yeah. Right.
I think he brought another friend of his. But yeah, let's shout out to Chris, man, doing his thing.
Shout out to Chris. Forrest this weekend fights, man. Shout out to the boxing guys with some cool fights. Hey, man, Canelo, man, is a force to be reckoned with, man. Is he going to be a guy that's hard to beat? I do like the show. I didn't like LV Slugger say. I couldn't understand what he was saying, but dude was rocking. I think that's going to be the new wave, man, with the entertainment, man. As long as it's not too long, where it take away from the sport, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind it. You know, especially if they have doing it at live crowds to get, you know, the people in the audience, some entertainment, man. I don't mind that. And that's on TV, I guess, though, man. But I thought it was good, though. You know, I like the energy. It was coming off on the TV for me, too. I do think, what's that dude was on the show? That's Ak, right?
Yeah, Ak and Barack was there, and Kate.
Yeah, he went a little too far, man. He was watching Canelo's balls too much, man. No, he gonna say Canelo was the best Mexican fighter right now. I say the jury is still out. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that he's the best right now. Let's see how his career ends before we keep saying he's the best, you know, out of every Mexican fighter that came before him. You know what I'm saying? I thought he went too far with that.
It's weird because Sergio Mora caught Chris Mannix saying that, and Sergio Mora was like, "Nah." He's like, "It's possible."
Yeah, but you know what? Those are Mexicans saying nah. You see, Chris Mannix is not, and when you remove emotion from it, what have those Mexicans, have they accomplished what Canelo accomplished? Now you can pick out one thing and be like, well, Marquez knocked out Pacquiao, so does that make him greater than Canelo for that one feat?
I think
you got Salvador Sanchez, man, and of course Chavez.
Yeah, you got Julio
man.
Cesar Chavez.
Well. They got some stellar careers, man. We looking back Chavez, now because we living in the here and now, but they have stellar careers, man.
No, let's be real, man. When Chavez was active, it was people out here saying he fought 80 bums, man. Come on, man. My man had like 100 and something fights, and like.
I mean, we would hope.
But he was supposed to fight as well too, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We can say that about a lot of fighters.
When he wanted to, he fought him when he wanted to, man. Rick Ramos, what up, baby?
Hey, didn't he have like 79 fights before his first defeat or some shit like that? Hey, man,
I think he went to 80. Yeah, but 70,
it was 80, yeah.
But Lovejoy is 19-0.
More than that, but don't start going down that route.
What you mean?
Chavez.
What you mean?
You don't know every We could go back and talk to the people of that time to get more familiarity with the guys that he was fighting, because I know that you don't know the guys.
If you Google, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out, bro. This is not like Ness is not making this
Google
up.
What though?
Like, did Julio Cesar Chavez fight 80 nobodies? Like, I'm not making that phrase up, dog. Like, I've been watching boxing all my life.
Okay. So you're saying Google that, but just as many opinions you're going to get on that side, you're going to get opinions.
It's not like no one's out here saying that he beat 80 world champs or 80.
But look at it now. We're living in the current, and people saying Canelo ain't fighting a few people on this last few fights too. You gotta still debate them now about Canelo.
All I'm saying is that Julio Cesar's Chavez hype was the fact that he fought mad people. It wasn't that he was this great fighter. Like he had tough. Wasn't it Frankie Randall?
Wait, whoa! What do you mean he wasn't a great fighter? What are you saying right now?
Bruh,
Yeah,
man,
you
he
tripping,
ain't no
Nash.
Floyd, man.
You
ain't
finna have some
Floyd,
people call
man.
in to get on
Let
your
him,
mind.
let him
I'm
call
telling
in.
my
Let him
Mexican
call in,
homies
man.
like, yo,
Let him
this guy's
call
out of
in,
his mind right now. He
Let
don't know
him
what
call
he's talking
in.
about.
Let him call in, man.
Hey, let me finish up. Let me finish up real fast. We finna go down the rabbit hole. Hey, shout out to Jerry Forrest. I didn't score the fight. Hey, man, it shows you that you can still get knocked down and still come up with a draw. Some people say he lost. Some people say he won. And you can still become the fan favorite long as you give it your all. You know what I'm saying? People love that. You know what I'm saying? Just for you getting up and he going right back in the fire after he got dropped. It wasn't like he was curling up and trying to back away from the fight. He was going, right in. I would like to see him in coffee. That's all I got, my brothers. Peace and blessings.
Bruh, I don't care what nobody say, man. I know
Peace
what
and
the fuck
blessings,
I'm talking
brother.
about, man.
Peace out, Joe.
If y'all believe he fought, 107 great fighters, then y'all on some real bad shit, man.
Yeah, nah, if you're going to say that, I'm going to tell you you're on some shit too. But, like, we know the game, man. Not everybody fights champs right from the rip, and he's fighting champs only. Like, you got to go back. We got to get more familiarized with the guys at the time. Maybe talk to some of the old school guys, maybe Buddy McGirt, some of the guys that can vouch for some of the guys that you don't know about, and neither do I, actually.
The last person I would bring on to talk about Julio is Buddy. Buddy told us Emmanuel Augustus would beat Earl, man. Come on, man. Like,
and there he goes. He discredits Buddy for one thing he said. Get out of here.
Bruh, because you ain't getting the argument, right? Buddy is stuck in his time, and he believes those fighters from back then.
He is, and I'm going to admit to that.
Right.
He did come on here.
So that's what I'm saying. Now moving forward, the Mexicans that don't respect Canelo, former fighters, is because they know he's achieved more. The Eric Moraleses, the Marquez, all the people that talk down on him, they ain't done what he done, bro. Like Sergio Moore. Oh, I don't know. Motherfucker, did you do what Canelo's done to be talking shit?
No, but he said he was amicable. He said possible, but not. But he wouldn't put it. He wouldn't put it in there. Yeah,
but then he went on to say that he's carrying a whole. Julio Cesar used to carry a whole nation on his back.
Exactly.
He fought.
Exactly.
Right after he said
he had the Ali aura in his country and his nation. It was something to.
And don't say that it wasn't. What was the word you used just now? Don't, because it was. He. Listen, if you don't agree with something, you don't all of a like, oh, wait a minute. I don't know about all that. Like, come on, what you mean? What you mean? Why that man can't have an opinion? It bothered you that much that you said that on a live telecast. Oh, that's right, because you are Mexican. Oh, that's right, because you ain't do what he done. It's just that simple.
It's a culture thing, and I just said that right now. It's like Ali. Chavez was doing for his nation what Ali was doing out here in America. It was the representation of that nation, and even and just like Ali represented, for his people. It's more than just boxing. But we're gonna keep it boxing, bro. 80 people that he fought. You're gonna tell me that all of them were bumped?
Do me. Look at the people in the chat. That's what I'm telling you. I've been watching boxing all my life. I ain't been reporting all my life. I've been watching boxing all my life, man. People in the chat already telling you his 51st fight was a dude 0-1. Canelo would be forced to retire from the criticism if he fought someone 0-1. And guess what? Canelo got over 50 fights,
Bet you that 0-1 guy was tougher than the fucking Yildirim you got last night.
Man, I'm moving on to callers.
Let me see how many rounds that fight was.
Let me get the callers. You playing.
You gotta let him cook.
Look how we gonna let him cook? He being disrespectful to Yildirim, saying that an 0-1 dude that never been on nobody's fucking level. Come on, man. He being disrespectful.
Nah, because it's going over your head. I'm saying that go back and see that fight. The 51, whatever bum or whatever you want to call it, and then compare that fight to what we saw last night. I'm saying that. Compare it. Go back and watch that fight. See if you can find it in the boxing library. I don't know. But what I'm saying is
How many rounds did it go?
So you really sitting here saying that there's a possibility that the 0-1 dude
gave a better performance? Yes, I am. Okay.
Orlando Sid, talk to me, man.
Yildirim's performance was.
Talk to me, Orlando, man. This dude don't want to talk boxing. How about you?
I didn't think so.
Nah, you ain't talking boxing, bro. You on delusional world.
Sure.
Orlando Majid, what up? No, going once, two time.
Yo.
Yo.
What up, what up?
What up,
Everybody
what up?
need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join Patreon and YouTube members for something. That Zilly Zango, whatever it is. I'm like, he made your dude that came on the show look good last night, you know. I'm like, oh, that had me surprised as fuck. But other than that, Canelo, that little show that he had or whatever, he had it looking like Disney World. And that's when you go and see those fireworks. Just remember I said that I think that Eddie Hearn working with him in America, he gonna put that shit on a new scale, because all the stuff they did for him yesterday, that was some next level. Like, they showed some more character and shit, made Canelo look young and not as grumpy and shit. So I think that it was a good show with just showing Canelo in a different light. So I'm ready for that Billy Joe fight or whatever. So I don't really got nothing bad to say about it. It was some entertaining shit yesterday. He did his job, but that's all I got.
All right.
Mm-hmm. But yo, you're not gonna answer. Okay. All right,
Coach
continue.
Myers, Connecticut.
Yeah, hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I agree with you, Ness. Chavez, I don't think he fought the best opposition. I don't know what type of fight Duma was trying to fight on that. I actually think Oscar De La Hoya was probably a more decorated Mexican than Chavez was anyway. I think they fought. I think he was like 90s. Wasn't he like 90 something and one or something like that when he fought Oscar anyway? And Oscar was had like 20 fights or something like that, and Oscar still beat him. So yeah, I think Oscar is more decorated. Billy Joe, I think he gets stopped in 8 rounds with Canelo. I definitely hope he gets stopped in 8 rounds. He talks a lot. I think he's really going to piss Canelo off during these press conferences. And Canelo's going to come out there. He's going to hurt that boy. He's going to hurt him. He's going to stop him. It's going to look terrible. I think Charlo, he better stay as far away as he can from Canelo. Because the route he's going with this, I wouldn't say soft touches, but lack of opposition, and the route Canelo's going with these tough fights, these unifications, by the time they clash, it's going to look bad. And he's probably going to want 2-3 doses of COVID tests to make sure Canelo took him before he fights him anyway. So, I mean, that's my take. That's my call.
All right.
All right.
Yo, dudes out here talking about XYZ is a GOAT. This is the Mexican GOAT. Man, get your ass out. Show me your DVD collection. All of a sudden, these motherfuckers are seeing all these fights. Man, get the fuck out of here. You seen 2 fights from some dude, and you, man, I swear, man. Dude, yo, fake ass hipsters, man. I don't want to hear nothing, man. Brandon in Texas, talk to me, man.
What's up, Ness, bro? I was just I was calling because really I was confused about something. I was gonna ask y'all expertise on something because yesterday the Davis and Durrell fight was the title eliminator, but it ended in a draw. So like, what did they do to resolve that though? Like,
they move
do they got to run that back? Or?
Nah, I think they move
Yeah,
on,
but I mean,
right? Don't they lose their position?
No, but I'm saying, like, then they had Benavidez and Ronald Ellis fighting for the other one, and the winner of those two were supposed to fight. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can it not be one side of the bracket? Like, what do you have to do? Because Ellis and Benavidez is on the 13th, and that was supposed to be the other half of the eliminator. And then they fight to,
Man,
you know,
move on, man. They
become
next,
the manager.
whoever next in line should get that shot, man. They got to draw, man. That's what happens with the belt. When you get a draw on a vacant, it stay vacant. That they eliminated should stay. They spot should stay vacant because they ain't do it. They ain't do
And
it.
it don't matter anyway because the WBC does what they want.
Hell
So,
yeah, it ain't like Darrell about to get a shot. He'll fucking around end up be a fucking interim champ.
Yeah, that's true. I was also gonna say we were looking for another opponent for Canelo on the PBC side in December. I was thinking, you know, if Jermall ended up beating Castano, and Canelo end up beating Plant, and they both be undisputed. Can we have undisputed versus undisputed at 160 between Jermall and Canelo? I think that's more likely because Canelo, when he got the advantages, he'll jump at the opportunity for that. I think he'll bypass Benavidez and Jermall for that because it's just a spectacle, I guess. Undisputed versus undisputed at 160. What do you think about that?
I mean, Jermall's supposed to be undisputed at 160?
No. I'm saying if Jermall is undisputed at 154 and Canelo's undisputed at 168, could they meet at 160 and have undisputed versus undisputed?
I see what you're doing.
Hell no, man. He ain't come. Listen, we ain't coming back down to fight the little brother. So then y'all can say. We ducking. So then y'all can say we ducking Big Charlo.
No.
I talking about Riyadh Murata, right?
Yeah, he's talking about fight him at 160. So why not fight Charlo at 160 if he undisputed? I like that fight better than that. I like Jermall Charlo at 54 better than Yildirim.
Yo, dog, Riyadh Murata brings a whole man. Come on, Brandon. That's why he would only go to Japan to be the first Mexican to fight in Japan and some shit on a big stage. Like, come on, man. He ain't going over there because Murata's no threat or nothing. He going over there to make history. Come on, man. But I gotta go. But you should know that. You know that. He ain't. Who the hell is Murata? Rob Brand already beat Murata, man. He got his belt back, and that's all nice. But, like, come on. We got a new call in. What is this? This is 786 is Miami. Summer in Miami. You. 786, who's this?
Yo, do you hear me?
I hear you.
Clear.
Okay. Yo, I want to talk about Charlo.
Who's this?
The big bro. Jermall. I'm gonna talk about Jermall Charlo.
No, what's your name,
He's
champ?
getting disgraced. Derek. Yeah,
All right.
I'm 24-3 as an amateur.
Oh, shit. Shout out to you,
All
man.
right.
Talk to us, Derek.
Hey, Charlo is getting disgraceful at this point. Jermall, not Jermall.
Why
He's
is
about-
that? What did he do wrong?
I don't want to start asking David Benavidez for a social security number. He's already started with the vaccine. I don't know how much.
Hello? Do me, what you doing? You scaring him away.
Nah, I think it's cutting out,
at this point.
That's
You're
what's
gonna
going on.
Are you hearing me?
I hear you.
Now we hear you.
I hear him perfectly, man.
Oh, okay.
I hear you
Okay.
perfectly. You said that it's getting disgraceful, that he's asking Benavidez next for his social security number.
He'll probably do that. He'll probably do that sometime. Hopefully he does.
He asked for a catch weight of 164 too.
I don't even know what he wants to do at this point. Like he's probably gonna fight some bum coming off of a loss next.
So what made
Well,
you
I'm not
call
gonna-
in
I'm not
about
gonna-
Charlo? What made you call in about Charlo since Canelo fought yesterday? Did you watch a video, Charlo, an Instagram, a video? What's going on?
No. Canelo did a good fight yesterday. Although I didn't, the fight wasn't boring, but I wish for more.
Listen. I want that opinion as well, but I still want to know what made you call in about Charlo today.
I don't know because I've been seeing these YouTube videos of Charlo just saying for the COVID vaccine and all some other type of things, and it's just like, why would you be asking for a COVID vaccine when there's so many protocols for a fight? Then for a catch weight. After Benavidez couldn't even make 168 in his last fight.
Lost his belt on the scales.
Yeah. So I don't think I think he's just trying to get an easy fight. He's just trying to, get hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I just wanted to make sure, we understood you.
Another thing, I think Ryan Garcia beats Tank.
Look,
I'm not saying that Tank sucks. I'm not saying that Tank sucks. Tank should stay at 130. Tank is like a Gamboa. Let's say this. I'm giving that example. Tank is like a Gamboa. Gamboa should have stayed at 130 when he started his career. At 125. So Tank's just risking it. You saw what happened when he went to 135 with Gamboa. It took him 12 rounds, and Gamboa had a ruptured Achilles tendon. So it was like it showed a little bit of who Tank could be at 135. And if he faces Ryan Garcia is 5'10" compared to 5'5".
Yeah, man, we just gotta wait to see, man. Is that gonna happen? We've been waiting for Ryan to announce a fight and all these fighters to announce something, man. I mean, that lightweight division is loaded, but it's not moving. But I want to thank you for calling in, Derek. We got you down, and we'll address you by name the next time you're calling in. We're going out to our next caller. It's looking like, oh, shit, looking like a brand new caller. What in the world? We ain't got these numbers here.
Let me hit this super chat before you go. Ken Stone says Billy Joe has the most credible resume for a Canelo payday at the moment. Bivol has the best chance at actually beating Canelo. Needs to drop to 168.
Yeah, but I mean, if he drops to 68, he has no belt. Canelo not sticking around, fellas. Like we got to stop dreaming. You know what I'm saying? He is set a goal. That goal doesn't include Bivol unless Bivol has a belt. You know, so.
And Jaime Nieto comes along and says, yo, I'm Mexican, and I watched a lot of Chavez's career. I love Chavez, but he did fight a lot of bums.
Thank you. But, you know, do me. Protection, man.
Ah, man, get out of here.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
He did. I'm not. Because the thing is, I think we get lost in like the details, like
the details.
Like when you first said all bums, I went against you. I said no, it's not all bums, right? So now we're at the point where Jaime Nieto says, yeah, you know what, he did fight a lot of bums, but that's what happens when you're fighting at least 4 times a year. You know what I'm saying? And you're giving the fans, if a guy didn't want to fight, who's available? Who wants it? I mean, he was a different type of guy, man, and you got to give him credit for that, whether you think or not who was a bum or not. He was constantly fighting. He did fight great fighters. Bruh, you could cut 107 fights. Say that 50 of them were bums. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, no one. Border Wars don't even do that. That's what I'm saying. You sitting here defending ridiculousness.
You're a bum. Fuck that. Ain't no fucking bums.
No one with 51 fights should be fighting anyone who is 0-1. Like, you shouldn't ever ref a fight if that's what you think. You're not thinking with your you're not thinking straight.
I'm pretty sure you go back. Bruh, it was a circumstance to that.
That shit only got sanctioned because it was in fucking Mexico. Though, think about what you're saying. One dude is 51 fights experience in the pros, and I'm putting him in there with an 0-1. Come on, bro. Let me get to these calls.
I'm not gonna sit here and agree with that. It's the best fight, Ness. You're trying to trap me into
You did. You literally said I want to see what his performance like and compare it
we'll
to
go back and see it and compare it. And I bet you 100.
Let me get to this.
That he's gonna look better than Yildirim.
Brand new caller to 908, man. I mean 980. Who's this? Where you calling from?
What's up, Ness? Man, this is Joshua 704, man. It's just my house number.
What up, champ?
What's up with you, man? Now, what I'm about to say is, man, let me cook because I know what I'm about to say. You're going to want to interrupt me. But I want to get this off, and you can say whatever the hell you want to say. I'll
say your time on, then.
All right, check this out. Canelo Alvarez is the biggest fraud in boxing. And this is why I say that. The man, like Teddy Atlas said, Sugar Hill, Tim Bradley, Andre Ward, there was somebody else too. There was a couple other fighters. The man's got to step up in competition, man. I understand that, quote unquote, he's supposed to be the face of boxing, but he's not fighting nobody the fans want to see. People want to say he went up in weight to beat Sergey Kovalev at 175, and he got the weakest champion at 175. And then, not to mention, he made the man weigh 3 times before the fight. Weight drained the hell out of him, which he always does to his fighters, except the last 2, surprisingly. This past fight was just bull crap. I mean, he's got the WBC in the back pocket. I mean, the man's been gifted all his life. Like, he's been gifted the pay-per-view star because Oscar De La Hoya had to pass off the next Mexican superstar. Floyd Mayweather had to go get that. He had to beat Oscar De La Hoya to be the face of boxing, to be the next pay-per-view star. Who the hell has Canelo beat to be the pay-per-view star or whatever just because of his heritage. That's why he is who he is. Let's just keep it real because he's Mexican in his appearance. He looks like a white guy, but he speaks Spanish. Other than that, Canelo is doing nothing for the sport of boxing but holding it back, in my opinion. Everybody want to see him fight Charlo. Even some people want to see him fight Ward, want to see him fight Plant, Benavidez. He don't want to fight none of them people because that's competition, and that's them fights that he can't lose. That's Canelo's problem, man. He's being protected his whole career, period. His best wins have been against old-ass fighters and an overrated Triple G. The dude's overrated.
How old?
Cotto and Mosley?
Yeah.
They old. They were past their prime.
Let me ask you, was they younger than Luis Ortiz or not? By 5 years?
Was they the best? Was they the best in the division at the time? Luis Ortiz was one of the top 5 heavyweights when he fought.
Was they younger by 5 or 6 years or not? But you called them old.
Yeah, but was he? Was they one of the best at the time?
You called
was
them
they
old.
one of the best heavyweights? Was they one of the best fighters in their division at the time? Hell no.
Oh, Triple G.
Luis Ortiz was.
So Triple G,
they weren't being ducked.
So Triple G, the unified 160-pound champion that people said Canelo was ducking, wasn't the best at the time?
No, he wasn't. Who the hell he beat that was worth a fuck, bro?
Man, you silly as hell, man.
You silly as hell, man. Y'all get all Canelo nuts, man. That nigga suck. He ain't all that.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
I'm out.
And none of your favorite fighters have accomplished a quarter of what he's done. Exactly. You know? It's sad, the hatred, bro. It's straight hatred. Straight
hate
hatred.
is real.
You can have Bill Gates money and you can buy this talent.
Yo, let me just go back to some of these super chats. You have Drink More Water that says, imagine Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., Barrera, De La Hoya, or Morales saying they aren't fighting another Mexican. Skull emoji. Stop protecting Canelo. Tell him to fight Benavidez.
Yeah. Listen, I've never heard, this is how you know you are the king of boxing, bro. When they want you to fight a dude that lost his belt on the scales. That, like, you are the king, man. You understand? Like, you have gotten to such levels that it's like, yo, normally when a dude misses weight, we don't even want to fuck with him. We like, man, this dude's disrespectful to the sport. Man, he need to go train. They want now the guy that Canelo's ducking is Benavidez, the dude that's still young. You know, he lost his belt one time for partying. You know, you can Google what he's partying. Then he lost the next time for fucking missing weight. But this is the guy that's going to beat Canelo. A guy that's not dedicated. Maybe he's rededicated. Because I don't want, Jose, his father, and him to get upset. But that's what he left in our mind. That he wasn't dedicated. So now all of a sudden we're saying undedicated fighters are going to beat Canelo. Man, you guys are just a bunch of fucking weirdos, bro.
LV with the counterpunch.
LV, talk to me, man.
What up? What up? No, I just wanted to call. Y'all hear me?
I hear you.
You hear me? Oh yeah, I just wanted to call in on the Billy Joe. Like, Canelo's not knocking out no Billy Joe. Like, that's not happening. I'm willing to take any bets on it.
I'm with you, caller.
Yeah, that's not happening. Like, I see Canelo probably win because, like I said, Floyd beat Canelo 11-1, 12-0, and he still got a split. So. You know, you ain't beating Canelo on no card. But I'm just saying Billy Joe, he gonna just give him a tough time. Like these antics and all this stuff he doing, they're just the beginning of it. Wait till this fight get closer. He really gonna turn up on this on the shit. He gonna really be trying to get in Canelo head and do whatever he can to try to make that fight, it's more comfortable for him. You know what I'm saying? But that knocking out Billy Joe, that's not happening. When the last time Canelo knocked out a prime fighter, a prime boxer in their prime, like that's not going on.
So Callum wasn't in his prime now, man. Okay, I'm done with
knocked
you.
him out.
Knocked him out.
Oh, he knocked him out.
He ain't knocked him out.
Callum Smith.
Did he get a decision?
Decision.
That's what I'm talking about. He tore his bicep in the 4th round. Still went 12. You know what I'm saying? He's not knocking out nobody in their prime, bro. Like I'm not knocking Canelo. He a good boxer, but I'm just stating facts. When the last time he knocked out a boxer in their prime? It's not happening. Like, he's not knocking out no Billy Joe. It's going 12. You know what I'm saying? I can see him winning 7-5 on something like that.
I'm pretty sure Liam Smith was in his prime, but I'm reaching here.
Years ago, how long ago was that?
I'm just saying. You say he not knocking out no boxer in his prime. I'm saying. I said I'm reaching though. But it's facts. It's facts. But anyway, gotta go, champ. Gotta go. What do we got next? Next up is
Super chat real quick before you get to that caller is from Rod870. Another bum for Canelo. 4 straight with Billy Joe Saunders next.
Now Billy's a bum.
Billy Joe's a bum?
Everybody's a bum, bro. These dudes never been in the ring, man.
They want him to fight fucking Thanos.
Never been punched in the face talking about bums.
You're a bum. Fuck that. Ain't no fucking bums.
They crazy, bro. They crazy. You got more super chats here.
Hit him with it.
We got, you said Ken Stone. Did you ever get to that?
Yeah, we got all of those. Next one is Junior Nica. I'm assuming Nicaragua, but you never know. I'll read it.
No. Did you get to
we ain't get to Chandu.
Mac? Yes.
Nah, I didn't get Mac.
Canelo fights guys. Guys are the bout to retire like Cotto and Mosley. Damn, yo, you tripping, man. Brandon from Cincinnati was giving Avni credit for beating Mosley this morning. Next one is from Major Key Boxing. Okay, Major Keys, that's probably down here, Florida. Canelo makes it look easy. Easy don't mean it is.
Real talk, real spit.
Canelo makes it look easy. It look easy don't mean it is. Rod and A70 says
just read that one. Go to the next one.
Do me, chill. You didn't read
All
this
right,
one.
You on it. I thought you were gonna read the first one.
You didn't read this one. Chill.
Yeah, I did.
I got the master page up. I see everything. He just fought a guy 700 days off and KO'd in his last fight. Sounds like Cat Velasquez. Shandu said, yo, Ness, Mayweather fought someone that was 0-0-0-0-0. What Mayweather? And when?
Conor McGregor.
And when? Was it the first fight?
What do you mean? There's only one fight with Conor.
No, I mean the first fight ever. Like your pro debut? When it's okay to fight someone who's 0-0-0-0?
Maybe there was that guy. Second pro debut.
And you already read J.R. Nica's, right?
Nah, that was the one I was going to read first. Go ahead, knock it out.
Canelo already said on ESPN Deportes he would fight David Benavidez. David Benavidez is American. Stop it with these false narratives, you fucking Canelo haters. Nah, he didn't say you fucking Canelo haters, but it sounded better, you know what I'm saying? It did, truly it did. Let's see what we got here on the phone calls. Looking like, didn't we go to that? We went to, that is Noyle? No, let me see. Oh, all right. Why this don't make, okay, this Nolia Danky, right? What up? From Nolia, his name Danky.
What's happening? Can you hear me?
We hear you.
I appreciate you, man, taking my call. First of all, I want to thank y'all for the content. I'm a truck driver. I drive overnight. So those 3 shows you guys do back to back, I truly appreciate it, man. It keeps me rolling down the road, you know.
Appreciate you for listening, champ.
Oh, yeah, the Canelo fight, I mean, it was what it was, man. I'm not a Canelo hater, but if you say he's the face of boxing, then, hey, he is. It is what it is. But it's sort of like maybe he's too good for the guys he's fighting. Canelo, he's battle-tested, man. He's like that Army veteran that's been to Iraq and Afghanistan, and he's war-ready. And these guys he's fighting is just not on that level. They never been in the trenches. They never had guerrilla warfare. So it looks like that, you know, when he fights these guys, he's that much better than them. Ryan Garcia is Mr. Kappa, man. Captain Kappa. I mean, this guy, man, I'm through with this guy. Man, he's scared of Devin Haney. You don't want to fight Devin Haney, but you're going to fight who? Who you going to fight next? If it's not Tank Davis or Pacquiao, you know, Big Charlo, he needs to get battle tested if he want to beat Canelo. He's not ready yet. He's not on that level yet. He needs some harder fights. Triple G, man, what is Triple G need to go retire, man. I'm tired of this guy. Andrade, Mr. Wells, Waldo. If Canelo go to PBC, he can fight the bigger 154-pounders. Guys like Tony Harrison, they can move up. Joel Hood, he can move up a little bit. And the problem with Canelo, man, I like him, but I would rather watch Spence fight, Crawford fight, Tank fight, Teo fight, Wilder, Jermall fight, AJ fight before a Canelo fight. So if that's the face of boxing, it is what it is. But I would rather watch those other guys fight before him. That's just my opinion. But y'all go ahead and do your thing, man. I appreciate you. Later.
All right, man.
I mean, I ain't gonna front. I was a little more excited for Earl fight than the Callum fight. Cause he was fighting Danny, you know what I'm saying? It's different. I'm invested in Danny, man. I watched Danny's career develop. So it's just different. But we got some more super chats I gotta get to real quick.
Casual Bass Guy says, think about this. If Charlo fought Jacobs, Kovalev, Caleb Smith, then Billy Joe, he'd be praised like no other.
Yes, he fucking would. That's the double standard in boxing, though. They know it. They know it. They know it. Especially if Charlo, the 160, moved up to 68 to fight Callum, moved up to 75 to fight Kovalev, stayed at 68 to fight Billy. Of course he'd be praised, but it's Canelo doing it, so, you know, can't praise him. We got Twin in Orlando who says, I hope Canelo knocks Billy Joe to the same spot Billy Joe was looking at when he dodged that wide punch by Lemieux. Well, he put wide ass punch by Lemieux. We got Jaime Nieto with another one says, what all these Canelo haters gonna say when he beats Plant and Charlo? Who's the next boogeyman they're gonna make up to discredit him? Shaking my damn head. Well, they already did. Benavidez. He's got to beat Plant, Benavidez, and Charlo. And Andrade. We got RJ Duarte who says all these callers salty. Saladito, Canelo, all day, son. That's right, man. Tan saladito. Let me see. We got somebody in, what's this? Phoenix, Arizona? Phoenix. Rising up like a phoenix. Yo, this
Phoenix.
is Jay. What up?
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Okay, cool. What up?
Chilling.
Yeah, man. I don't see how you not, scrutinizing this fight, even in the littlest. Usually we're logical about everything, but you just trying hard to, really ride for it, and you know that he shouldn't be facing competition of this caliber.
So
and really, it's
let me
everybody
ask you.
coming in. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute.
But would you prefer him to not fight the mandatory again?
No, you got to hear this. It's a testament to what people think he's capable of. You know what I'm saying? He's capable of so much more, but he's just not giving it to us. And now we're just kind of getting stale with him. He's like stale bread.
I mean, it ain't look stale. It ain't look stale. It was over 15,000 people paid to come to Miami for an event that you say is garbage.
For
it
fireworks.
Didn't look stale.
For fireworks?
No, you enjoyed the fireworks.
Hold up.
You enjoyed it. That's why you're bringing it up.
As soon as the fight finished, I made a store run to go get another bleed. You feel me? To go get another wood. And it was Mexicans in there talking about that fight. I didn't say nothing. They was like, that fight was weak as fuck. That fight weak as fuck, Holmes. That fight was weak as fuck.
I mean, but they supposed to
I
say
live in
that.
the Mexican area.
They supposed to say that. You know why?
What you mean
Because they're not hardcore,
Why?
so they don't understand mandatory positions and mandatory fights. They don't understand that he's got a plan. Know that. You know that he got a plan. You know that he want to undispute.
Listen.
You know that his fight is signed and sealed for May 8th. You know that. You know that he's in another unification. You know that only Crawford is fought in a unification in less than 6 months. Two fights, two unifications. Only him and only Canelo. Only Canelo and Crawford, man. Only Canelo. It's not a coincidence they both on the same list. I don't get it. Why is good for him and not good for Canelo?
Listen? the mandatory thing, that's for the casuals.
Oh.
Because when they ask and say, hey, why is he fighting a guy like that? Everybody's gonna be like, oh, or people like you is gonna be like, oh, well, you know, it's just his mandatory. He had no choice. And they're gonna go, oh, okay, well, he had no choice.
Does he have a choice?
We know the deal. The mandatory shit ain't for us. We already know the deal. We ain't falling for that.
So does
You
he
could
have
be
a
falling for
choice?
it, but I ain't falling for it.
Does
I already
he-
know what's up.
Does he have
Huh?
a choice?
Yeah, he got a choice. He Canelo. He can
what
make
could
them do whatever they
What
want
could
him
he
to
have
do.
done? What could he have done? Tell us, please. Explain.
He's the face of boxing.
What could
He's
he
the
have
face of boxing,
done?
right?
What could he have
so
done?
He got as much power as Floyd. Y'all want to compare him to Floyd, right?
Uh-huh.
So does he got the power?
So you
to
saying
face
now?
what the
Are you
people
saying
want
now
him
that
to
Floyd
see him
didn't fight
face?
his mandatories?
Dude, look, he didn't fight his mandatory in Charlo when he was in the weight class. So why are you even using that?
I'm asking you, and I
He clear. He showed he don't care about
listen to me.
mandatory
Listen to me,
until
my
it benefits
friend.
him.
My friend, as soon as you started, I said that to him. You said, don't cut you off. I said, so you want him to avoid another mandatory? That's what I led with. Because that's what you sound like. You sound like you want
If
him
it's
to again
Avni Yildirim,
avoid.
if it's Avni Yildirim, I don't think anybody's gonna shed
Okay, so
bat
then-
an eyelash
so then
or
how
shed
would-
a tear or
so
care.
So then how would he be undisputed?
If it's a Mexican, I don't think he's gonna
so,
care.
Sir,
A casual Mexican
sir,
ain't gonna care.
Sir, if he avoided Avni Yildirim, how would he go on to be undisputed? Please explain to my listeners who you poisoning with your lies. Please explain them to that.
Well, maybe you know what? Maybe you want to ignore that Avni Yildirim was put in that place for him to be the mandatory. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, he wasn't.
Wait a minute. No.
I don't
No.
care.
Hold on. Let's not just say. Let's state the facts. And the facts are that was David Benavidez's mandatory, not Canelo Alvarez.
Okay.
David Benavidez lost his belt on the scales, not Canelo Alvarez. So stop saying that he was put in that position because of Canelo. That's not. No, he just fighting Benavidez mandatory. He fought the belt vacant. He has inherited someone else's mandatory, and in order to be undisputed, he had to handle that. But
How did
other
Avni
lie you want to make
Yildirim
up?
get the mandatory position? He got it by default.
Go down that paper trail and find out. But that's not Canelo's business. That was David Benavidez's business and the WBC.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, one other thing. Please don't compare Yildirim to Mean Machine. That was bullshit.
why
Mean
not?
Machine was a game fighter because he fought with tenacity and he tried to actually win. And the last 3 or 4 opponents from Canelo have not tried to win. And that's the common denominator of why people like.
Listen, the truth is they both was coming off a loss, bottom line. So much so that Crawford's trainer said they didn't want to fight Velasquez. Now, on the earlier show, I made it clear Velasquez is a better fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's a better fighter. He's dog. I want to see him back. But let's not act like it's not the same shit. A mandatory that was coming off a loss. This is exactly the same shit.
Hey, Nass, I got to jump in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, all these callers and everybody in the TBV fam, they complain about too many belts, right? And I'm with you, callers. So now when someone is doing exactly what they need to do to unify and become undisputed of the division, we're going to start giving him hate when he fights his mandatory. This is part of the process. He laid out the plan. Before even he fought Yildirim, he told y'all, I'm fighting Billy Joe and then Caleb Plant. And if you thought he was lying, that's cool. After he beat Yildirim, what do you know? Announcement, May 8th.
Dog,
Billy
he tried
Joe
to fight Plant first. He sent them 2 offers. Like, this dude, I mean, he don't watch boxing or he got his head in his ass.
It's
He said
crazy
he wasn't
to me,
ready.
man.
He said he wasn't ready. Yeah.
Oh, too many belts in the division, but
We
yet we're gonna
interviewed
hate on
Plant
someone
on the
who's trying to consolidate all the belts in that division. That's what us fans want. So why are we gonna hate now, man? I just don't get it.
Brandon, Velasquez was coming off a draw that we all know was a loss to Ray Robinson, just like Josh Kelly. Stop with your lies, man. We don't gotta lie. Like, we all watch the same sport together at the same time. We don't gotta lie. We ain't gotta lie. That's why I ain't lie and say that Velasquez and Yildirim on the same fighting level. I made it clear Velasquez got way more dog than Yildirim. You know what I'm saying? And that I want to see Velasquez back. But let's not lie. It's a mandatory that no one wanted that was coming off a loss. Like, let's not lie, man. No need. No need. Stone Bone Boxing, what up?
Yeah, man. It was great to see Canelo back in the ring, man. I ain't no hater. You already know I always had him as my number 2 pound for pound behind Bud. And if I'm gonna be honest,
Funny Bud went to see him fight.
Absolutely. Well, he was there for Keyshawn. Keyshawn was going pro, but Canelo was a major incentive. They was going wherever he fought at. They was going to be there. Him and Shakur. You know what I mean? Just like they were there for Big Baby, they're going to be there for Coach K and support. It's a family. You know what I mean? You already know that's a family. And Keyshawn is the latest addition to that. So congratulations on him. I ain't like that stoppage, but congratulations on his victory. But back to Canelo. Let's be honest though. Like, if you under 40 like a lot, or if you in your early 40s, Canelo probably is the best Mexican fighter of your lifetime. Like, I wasn't old enough to watch Chavez Sr. I know what Chavez Jr. is. You know what I mean? I see him. You know what I mean? I like, technically, I feel like Marquez was the better Mexican fighter just because he was a great technical counterpuncher, not just a typical like Mexican fighter at that time. But to say that he would be greater than Canelo, but just because he knocked out Pacquiao, all right. So which loss? So was it the first 3 fights? He said, well, yeah, he's the Mexican great, or was it the 4th fight when he got the knockout? Anybody else who lose 3 times, especially to the same guy? Look, Golovkin lost twice to Canelo, and we don't even want to see that. But it took Marquez 4 to get Pacquiao out of there. So maybe Golovkin need 4 to finally beat Canelo. But the later that fight go, Golovkin get knocked out, in my opinion. And we can be honest, Canelo's a great fighter, man. The skills, the head movement, the upper body movement, the speed, the power is there. He beat most of them guys at 68. Billy Joe is going to be just another UK meal on his way to. I don't know if the Caleb Plant fight happened. I hope it do, because like I said, I want to see him undisputed. That's what I want for Bud. That's what I want for Canelo. That's what I want for Tio. That's why I want him to fight that. I want all these guys to just, like y'all said, y'all tired of the belts. If one guy got the opportunity to do it, let's get behind it. And hey, the more you hate, the bigger he get. And it's good. Maybe it was Golden Boy that was dropping the ball, because this felt big. The last few Canelo events felt small. This felt big. I don't know if it was Eddie, but it felt like Canelo. It felt like the return of Canelo, right? Like it seemed like he'd been hiding. It felt like the return of King Nello. I'll let y'all call him King Nello tonight. It felt like the return. So I'll catch y'all later, man.
Oh, it was definitely Eddie.
Great call, man. Great call. PBC, Boomerang.
Yeah, I was curious. Like, I was looking for you, Ness, on YouTube. I'm surprised you didn't do a live commentary for the Great King.
None of these guys was available, man. You know, when Canelo fights, the whole family wants to come over. So Mario had his family, you know, and Moore's house is not. He don't got an iPhone, so he's not in the pre-pro. So I didn't even know if he was available, and Francis wasn't available. So I watched it with my wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you wasn't really thinking your drum would do anything.
I did wake up like all big fights and do a morning after show though, like I always do. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a big fight.
Yeah, but I'm with a lot of callers on here. I mean, getting tired of seeing the Pilgrim beatdown of the King just going outside and displaying a regular Pilgrim in the middle of the street. Can't wait to see Billy Joe. Somebody credible, somebody with wins, someone other than Triple G. That's my call.
Just make sure you remember that, man, when he beats him.
Yeah. Because I feel like soon as he beat Billy Joe, they're going to say, well, Billy Joe wasn't serious about his career anyway. And then they're going to be saying that, man.
I don't know about them saying he wasn't serious, but they going to say, oh, he ain't got no power. He beat another UK dude. He's a pound-for-pound UK beater. He ain't no pound-for-pound king. That's all they already been saying this shit. You know what I'm saying? But
And
that
I'm black,
was
so I can't say nothing against me. I ain't got nothing to do. I love Canelo, dog. He just can fight. That's why I just said he might as well just fight better beef. He probably just trying to get to super middleweight, but I just want to see
the
him
one
fight.
I want too, though. I think he could beat that one. I think he could beat Better Beef. I mean, I think he could get a few knockdowns on Better Beef. You know what I'm saying? If not, stop him because of that chin. You know what I'm saying? I believe I believe Better Beef's chin is suspect. You know, like, is the verdict out? I don't know. I can't go on a limb and say you know it, but I mean he's been put down by way lesser men than Canelo, so I wouldn't mind that attempt. He's big and strong though. He's big as hell and strong as hell.
Listen, this is gonna sound crazy. Please, y'all, do not crucify me. Just listen. Now that I'm seeing how Canelo is just doing what he's doing, a mega fight would be him and Anthony Joshua. Because Canelo, just listen. I told you don't get angry, bro. Canelo is 30 years old, bro. In 6 years, you couldn't see him at heavyweight. 15 years, he went from 35 to 70.
I don't know, but I would have to see it to believe it. I can't be thinking about Canelo at heavyweight, and there's no way he's gonna be skillful at that weight, man. He gonna be a blob. How he gonna put on that weight and keep it on? Like, yo, keep it on in its functional weight. Like, hell no.
He above 200, bro.
Who?
All he need to do is be above 200.
Yeah, I hear
he
you,
already be sparring that Cuban dude, bro.
Yeah, but
Cuban
Sanchez,
dude is huge.
Yeah, but Sanchez ain't he's showing us every fight that he ain't the goods, man. I'm telling you, Mike Polite and Sanchez is over.
I get that, bro. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying as far as being in there with somebody of that big of a stature. You know what I'm saying? That big of a guy. That Sanchez guy is probably the size of a Buster Douglas. Buster, he about 6'4".
I'm not really sure how tall he is, man.
But I'm just throwing it out there so when it do happen, people can say I wasn't crazy. But I just feel like Canelo in about 6 years is gonna be a heavyweight, dog. It's just inevitable. It's just these things happen. Roy Jones did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Roy ain't start at 140. But listen, I would love to go back and forth. That was our last caller. You know, we on the East over here. You on the West, man. And we wrapping up. So, yeah, man, go ahead and give out your social media, though. Both of you guys.
Oh, it's Troy, Killertainment King. You can follow me on YouTube at Killertainment King on Instagram. I'm here with the former Syracuse running back, Tyson Gully, nephew in here. We just do things like that all the time. Man, hit me up. I'll be on the East Coast March 4th, Philadelphia, New York. Get with me. I'm trying to get some work. Already hit up Bozy Ennis, my man's Pops. You know, see if I can get some welterweight work in there. And then I'll be letting you know about it, Ness.
For sure,
if
man.
I can work with Hitchison, I'll let you know how that was. I'm not here to play, just to let you know that.
All right. Yo, Moore's house, talk to me. You on mute, champ.
Hey, everybody out in the TBV fam, I hope you and yours are doing well as always, and I hope you come and check me out at Moore's house. Last time I was on here, people had difficulty finding me, so I'm going to drop the link in the chat now. I'd appreciate it if y'all would come and check me out, like and subscribe. And like always, TBV fam, y'all the best. I love catching up with y'all. And on to the next one. Peace.
Peace.